Yep.
Hey, it's Russ Baden with Roleplay Public Radio. We're playing Red Markets, the Great Dismal Swamp. This is a rules hack, so it's set in the Civil War.
This is the Civil War Cthulhu scenario run using the Red Market system, or sort of a slightly stripped down and highly modified version of the Profit system.
It's okay, it was broken for itself. Nothing's your fault. It's fine.
Caleb, it's already better than Palladium, but there's only one skill for climbing.
So, part of it, unfortunately, yes, Caleb is here, so when I screw up the rules or where I have disastrously
He assumes I know them. I do not, sir. You're fine.
He's just going to look at you and admit the noise that Gollum started when it did from the...
Remembering rules is what Control F is for.
So, real quick, let's go over some of the differences between normal red markets and this. Everybody's got a little cheat sheet for this. There is a new type of humanity damage called unnatural, which is basically your Cthulhu Mythos type exposure to horrible stuff. It can't be healed and also permanently reduces the character's base humanity. So, say if you take a point of unnatural damage, it's like taking a point in all three of your other ones, and it can never heal below your level of unnatural. So it pushes all the other stuff up as you get more unnatural damage. There's a couple of skill differences. I have Pilot Boat, which replaces Drive. It's about piloting boats.
No.
Immerse me.
Yes. And there's also Survival, which is more of a complicated... It's like outdoor survival, especially if stuff that's not dependent on gear. So, for example, navigating without a map or anything, or making fire with no resources, that sort of thing. Also, bad weather or lack of clothing will cause you to have to make survival checks against exposure, which would be taking damage from the weather. Because this whole thing takes place in the Great Dismal Swamp in Virginia, weather and natural hazards are a big factor. So watch out for snapping turtles and such.
Those guys are jerks.
Yeah, there's a new gear, clothes replacing backpack. So you don't start with a backpack or anything to carry stuff around.
Bindles are so important, Caleb.
You can procure yourself a bindle.
Just to let y'all know, this game's on fucking hold so I can bindle.
Can I take...
Then we can investigate.
You could have picked the guy who starts with a bindle.
If I find a stick, can I take off my clothes and make a bindle?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll let you sacrifice,
Your clothes
charges
for
of
bindle?
clothing.
Trade you clothes for bindle.
Yes.
Can we get more haul because of this?
So anyway, clothes prevent you from having to make exposure. They wear out at a rate of 1 charge per week. Because of the structure of the scenario, it takes place, the idea is, over a couple of seasons. So this is also sort of an experimental way of structuring a Red Markets type scenario, where instead of it being a job with legs, it's going to be sort of a long, continuous process of living in a place and struggling to survive, and doing things to get stuff you need or to gain skills that you need to survive. Also, dependence. Not everybody starts with dependence. Some people do, some people don't. You still need dependence in order to heal humanity damage like you do in Red Markets with dependence. We won't be doing, what do you call... Yeah. But
nothing will get better.
But a dependent instead will heal 1 column of humanity per month at a cost of 1 bounty and upkeep. But you have to have dependence to do that. So if you don't have any dependence, if you want to heal your humanity damage, you're going to have to get yourself some dependence. Romance some NPCs or something.
I love you, Moss. Tree Moss, you've always been there.
Or there's also other ways of healing humanity, like there's a special tough spot that lets you heal it without having dependence. Or there's always whiskey.
That explains a lot.
You'll be my friend!
Yes, and then there's no refresh. So you cannot normally refresh items. You're going to have to hustle for your supper. If you want more rations or something, you're going to have to find yourself more rations. Scavenge them or buy them from someone or trade for them.
Or steal them.
Etc. Yes, all those things. So that's that. Any questions about that?
Oh! Found BibleDice.com.
Wait, what?
Why?
A random scripture generator.
Good for you.
I know what my character's talking in.
You just want to. It's Ludwig, but with the Bible
Yeah,
instead of
it's
Arthur.
Ludwig with the Bible.
Alright, great.
They're real. It looks to be real Bible.
Okay, yeah.
It's not just like, it's not cut up.
It's not a scripture generator.
It's not that thing where they were using the KGB.
Yeah,
as a
that's real
source.
Bible.
Oh,
It looks like real Bible.
There's no Makarov generator. Yeah.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go around the table and introduce your character very briefly because there's a lot of stuff to go over,
Sure.
but just giving you your basic character concept and tell me what starting equipment you have so I can give it to you. So, from my left.
Hey, this is Russ. I am playing Joe. I have a brother, Charles. I'm really excited about that. And let's see here. I have a variety of skills. I'm pretty good at fighting and being a tough, strong guy. So I start with clothes, rations, and a tomahawk.
Yeah, here's your tomahawk.
Yay!
Alright.
And I'm really looking forward to this because my weak spot is folks aren't really so bad. So I'm going to do everything I can to get more will by making terrible decisions.
Yeah. I'm not going to limit you to just one will for each spot for the entire session either, but probably for each act of the scenario. So, all right.
This is Neil and Ethan's brother.
Yep.
And I'm playing George. And I just picked the worst person ever.
Well, it's not true. You're the only one who can shoot a gun.
Okay, well that makes me feel a little better.
Do you start with a gun?
I do not start with a gun.
Okay.
In fact, here's what I start with. I start with damaged clothes. They are already at half charges. Rations and 1 killing damage to all locations.
Yeah.
Because my master beat me before I escaped.
That's right. You cut your ear off, too, so you're very... And how much is the reward for you?
$400.
Oh, Joe is $75.
Yeah.
My brother's $75 too.
Yep. All right.
Well, just speak for me, I guess. So, all right, yeah. Hey, this is Aaron. As Ross just mentioned, I am his brother, Charles. So, my character skills on that, I'm also worth 75 on my runaway bounty. And looks like I'm actually pretty well balanced on mine. Well, mine a lot of, at least, that's like adaptability skills, specifically awareness and stuff and scavenging, so good for survival. And I'm starting with clothes, rations, and a matic.
Matic. You get a matic.
Okay, you may have to explain that I do.
It's like a pickaxe, except instead of having a picky thing on one end of it, it has like a wider, digging thing.
Oh,
It's a
okay,
digging
so
tool.
Yeah.
Oh, like Matic of
It's
the
like a
Titans.
pickaxe.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Or if you played a bunch of
Okay.
Netflix, The Dwarven Matic.
Oh, okay.
Or if you played Faxanadu on the NES.
Yes.
It's very important to the early game.
Or if you've ever dug Pete.
Oh, yeah.
That's really what you want.
Yeah, I dig.
Turns out
He's a great guy.
Exists, not just a game.
Hi, I'm Caleb. As if the references just made didn't clue you in. We're all white.
Really white.
So as a result of that, I'm going to refer to my character in third person. Because it's a noble story that needs to be told.
I think you do.
But not a character I have a right to inhabit. So Ned is both literate and he has numeracy, so that's pretty cool. Ned was going to be sold to Alabama, which is bad, by his master because, his, highfalutin ways were a bad influence on the other slaves.
Yeah,
so
you know
then
what?
he ran away. I have clothes and rations, and that's it.
You got a Bible.
I do?
Yeah.
Oh, no, there it is. I got a Bible. There we go. And I have BibleDice.com.
Yes.
Or rather, Ned has BibleDice.com.
All right.
And
Are there
there's good
charges for the
reception in the swamp.
Although you can probably tear pages out of it and make fire if you need to.
There you go.
All right. This is Bill. I will be playing Lester. Lester's most salient characteristic is that he has pilot boat at 3, and so I am desperate to get my hands on some sweet boat action. Yes, also I am apparently of mixed descent and can pass with a deception check.
And what do you start with?
Half clothes, half rations, and 2 stun damage to the head. Thanks for asking.
That's what happens when you have to swim across a river after beating someone with
If only you had a boat.
Yep. If only I had a boat.
All right, so
Good at it.
I only have
so yes, this is the Great Dismal Swamp, which is an enormous swampy area on the border between Virginia and North Carolina, deep in the heart of the Old South in the slaveholding states. And the year is 1853. And all of you have recently escaped, run away, and made for the swamp for various reasons, because either you just ended up here in the course of your travels, or more likely you knew that the swamp is considered a very common destination for runaway slaves because it's very, very difficult to track people through it. And you've also heard that there are already runaways living in the swamp and have been for many, many years. So it's possible you might be able to join up in or find someone who could help you out in this.
I'm sorry, what year is it?
1853.
1853. All right.
Yeah. But we start on a dark, raining night in mid-March as you all find yourselves fleeing into the swamp on the outskirts. And let's start with Ross. You can roll me a D10 for Joe.
Okay. 1.
Okay. As you are going through a swampy area, you can go ahead and make me an awareness check.
I have that at 1, so I've got a great feeling about this. That is a failure.
Okay, so you do not notice the venomous snake that bites you on the foot.
Okay.
Great start.
You feel a stinging sensation in your foot and begin to feel some severe pain as you're going through the swamp.
Should I make a self-control check?
Yeah, make a self-control check against trauma.
That's fair. I make that. All right.
Okay, so you keep calm, but take 1 point of killing damage to your foot.
Okay. Can I choose which one?
Yes.
Okay.
Sure.
Well,
Oh man, you're such a nice
I
GM.
guess I'm with him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. If you're with him, so let's go with.
Do I need to make a self-control check because my brother has just been bitten by a snake?
Why not? Yeah, why not?
All right.
Yours will be against
Charles.
Cam as well.
Snake bit me.
What? Well, suck out the poison. That's what they told us to do, right?
You can try that in a second here.
Yeah, as soon as I make a self-control. No.
Okay, so take a point of trauma.
No, it's 2 trauma because it's +1 humanity damage related to your dependent.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We're already starting.
Take an extra 1 because of your tough spot.
Really
To be
excited.
clear, to everyone in Red Market said, "Can I take other players as dependents?" This is why I'm like, okay. What a good idea.
Yeah, I formalized that into a tough spot here, so see how that
I have
goes.
first aid at 1.
As do I, so we can
All right.
Yeah, you can try that.
Charles, help me. Cut the poison out.
see. Maybe play
With your Matic.
find it.
Wait, I have a tomahawk. I'll give that to you.
Yeah. Surgery with a
Because
medic.
cutting off your foot is a great idea.
I didn't say cut it off. I said get the
Yeah, see
poison
if we
out.
can maybe get something more medicinal or maybe that's growing somewhere.
Sure.
No.
Is it a regular failure?
Yeah, it's a regular failure.
It's feeling bad. Elsewhere in the swamp, though. George.
Yo.
George, you're in the swamp. You roll me D10.
8.
8. Roll me. Get me an awareness check.
That's a failure.
You are sprayed by a skunk who lives in the swamp. Take
Just doesn't like us.
roll.
I smell a new dependent.
Roll self-control. Self-control, I guess, against stress,
Friends,
probably.
Skunky.
Where did that die go?
Somewhere. Let's see.
It's probably a failure. Black is a 2.
Welcome to
Yes.
proud RPPR tradition.
Yeah.
Keeping the dream alive.
That is a critical success.
Oh, great. Lucky you. You befriend the skunk. No. Your critical success, you merely avoid it with no repercussions. And you're safe for now. You find yourself climbing up on a small little hill in the swamp, a tiny little island. You pull yourself up on there. George, give me... that was George.
Yeah, hi.
I need to vary the names up a little bit. Charles, it's not my fault that slaveholders all gave their slaves really generic names. Okay. So, yes, roll me a d10.
D10?
Yeah.
Alright. 8.
is that same skunk?
No.
So skunk just wanders. Skunk on the ground. This is my swamp.
No,
Get the fuck out.
It is not a skunk. However, it is as you're struggling to try to suck the snake venom out of your brother's foot. You can get me, I guess.
Awareness check?
Awareness. There's not like a kind of a reflex save type of thing, is there? Besides awareness.
Well, I mean, if he's aware, like athletics would work for that.
Yeah. Give me awareness.
Okay.
To notice things would be awareness. To jump out of the way would be athletics.
Yeah.
Yes, I made that.
Okay, so you realize that you put your foot down into a pool of water, and you feel something hard and shell-like moving underneath your foot, and you pull your foot away quick enough to avoid the snapping turtle. Well done. So, Ned.
Guys, it's almost like the swamp fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Turns out.
Everything is trying to kill us.
This is why we don't build a castle here.
Although there's some good eating on one of
What's
them.
Ned doing?
So Ned is going to roll a d10.
You want to...
Also fleeing to the...
1.
Animals are on patrol. They're like, we don't want this shit. Get the
It's
fuck
actually
out.
a snake and a skunk.
You are...
Join forces.
Yeah.
This is like the precursor to Animal House, the swamp.
You are struggling through breaks and brambles and things like that, and you find yourself, you break through a thicket of brambles and fall headlong into a huge, deep pool of water and mostly mud. And so you can roll me athletics now.
Spend 2 rations.
Haha.
You with your starting with full rations.
Does not matter.
Okay.
Ned eats it.
Alright, so you're sucked down into kind of a nasty pool, almost like quicksand except mud. You managed to struggle yourself free, but your clothes are gonna take 2 charges of damage to your clothes. Lose 2 charges off your clothes. And finally, Lester.
Come on, boat. 5.
5. Not a boat. Instead,
You're attacked by a boat.
you roll me awareness.
All right. That's no.
A wild boat
quite
appears out of the
no.
swamp.
You don't hear the dogs until they're almost on you. Apparently someone is hunting slaves in this nasty weather out here with hound dogs, and the hounds are really close to you. So you have some options. You could try to roll athletics to escape from them. You could try to kill them. I don't know if you have any weaponry.
I do not.
Okay.
Fight you.
I have +2 and unarmed, so I could punch the
Do
dog.
not punch the dogs. We've sullied enough game systems.
That is a plot cul-de-sac. It leads nowhere.
Oh, you do need to roll me, by the way, self-control. Too,
Okay.
Because...
That will pass 6 over 1.
Okay.
I will just hoof it with athletics.
You better try.
That's, let's see, ties to the market, right? That's
Correct.
a fail.
Okay, so you're going to go ahead and take 1 killing damage to each of your legs.
Ow.
As dogs bite you?
As
No.
they're on you, basically, and you're gonna have to try that again if you need to. If you can try to get away, they are tenacious.
All right.
You still don't
and
see
that
the
was- let's
hunters
see.
who have let them go, but the dogs are making a lot of noise.
As is their wont.
Spend another charge of rations. I'm gonna be real hungry. You know what? I would rather not die in the first scene. So I'll go ahead and mark off an extra one. Put me at +4,
Okay.
which will not matter.
Is it a crit failure?
No.
You could willpower it.
You do have.
Oh, yeah. I should do that. Yes.
All right.
Done.
So you take Will. Knock that off. You scramble up onto a small sort of island in the middle of the swamp. You see two dark figures. One of them holding his foot, and the other one trying to do something to his foot, I guess. Also,
Takes all sorts.
you see another.
Oh, your brothers? Well, that makes it even weirder.
You see a fellow with a. What do you have? You don't start with nothing.
I start with ragged clothes and beaten half to death.
That's right. You see a rather bedraggled-looking guy and
Tall,
a guy
I'm 6 feet tall,
and a guy
so-
covered in mud, all up on this small hillock in the swamp. But look, but the dogs lost you, so
Oh,
you're all
okay.
together now in the swamp.
Okay.
So you can talk if you want.
Hello? You didn't bring anyone here. I heard. Did we hear the dogs too?
Yeah, you would have
Yeah.
heard the dogs off in the
Yeah.
distance.
Where-
If I heard the dogs, I would have been running away.
Where are they coming from?
Well, they were pretty far away.
Yeah,
They
we,
went off.
we should stay still and
I
quiet.
believe I have shaken them loose.
And this night, yeah, if we run, we'll just draw attention to ourselves.
And find more ways to die, I believe.
Yeah, there's venomous snakes everywhere.
And snapping turtles.
We should.
Would anyone else care to regale
And a
us with
skunk,
tales
if you
of their
couldn't tell.
experience?
Oh, I wondered what that was. Oh, yeah. It's.
Ned says, "It is fortunate that we meet here. Let us take a moment to pray. Bible class, don't fail me now. Wash you, make you clean.
You are covered in mud.
Put away the evil of your doings before mine eyes. Cease to do evil. Learn to do well. Seek judgment. Relieve the oppressed. Judge the fatherless. Plead for the widow. Come now and let us reason together, saith the Lord."
Well done.
I feel that was a little judgmental.
I think it was very comforting. Thank you, Ned. That was nice.
Alright. A voice comes to you from the other side of a little, behind a little tree on the island. Says, "Boy, you all look like you could use some help, couldn't you?"
Hello?
That would
George Heights.
Who's
be
there?
neighborly of you.
Voice from the void.
I reckon you're new to the swamp here.
Yes.
Recent runaways?
Do we see anyone, or is this just like...
I want to hide.
You don't see anybody yet.
Who's asking?
Oh, I'm from around here. I live here, and I'd be happy to help you out if you seem like you're in need of some assistance.
Can you come out so we can see you?
Certainly. A man walks out. Seems like a young man, maybe in his 20s. It's very dark. It's hard for you to tell. He has a broad-brimmed hat and is carrying a pole.
Okay. Is he white or not?
No,
Okay.
it's not.
All right, well, yeah.
Yeah. So, just so you know, for purposes of this entire scenario, if someone is white, I will specify that.
Okay.
Otherwise, just assume that everyone's African American.
Okay.
So.
Yes, we should. If you have some shelter, we can go. I mean, I heard the dogs a ways off.
Oh yes. I think. I don't.
Anyway, moving on.
I don't think
Because you know it would have happened.
that will
Yes.
be yes.
We're just getting it out of the way right now.
All right. Okay. So
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't think the dogs will be bothering us for the rest of the night. Looks like you lost them. Well done, sir. What might be your name?
They call me Lester.
All right, Lester. Well, it's good to meet you. Meet you, all of you. I suppose that everybody around here calls me Rabbit. And if you're trying to get away, you're still not safe out here. I must say, you're pretty close to the edge of the swamp. You know, there's going to be hunters and folks around and about. And if y'all might be interested in coming with me, I could show you a safer spot.
Of course, yeah.
That's what my brother and I are looking for.
Cast me not away from thy presence, and take not thy Holy Spirit.
You're a religious fellow over there, are you?
Indeed.
Well done. Well, that was
Doesn't sound like anything like the Bible verses that the master read.
Well, you ought to meet my friend. I have a friend who you probably get along very well with, named Dread out there. You talk to him here in a while, but let's all get together, all
Yeah,
right?
let's
You
get
just
out of
come
the way.
around me, step over here. You step over to the other side. You realize he has concealed a boat back there.
Your time has come!
But he has +4 in pilot boat.
He loads you all on there, and
This is a fine craft you have here, sir.
starts pulling, he loads you all in there. Says, "Yes, I know my way around here. If you know the swamp like I do, you can navigate it easy. You just got to know where the water's deep."
I engage him in boatsman conversation.
All right, so yes.
Tell me of the secret ways of the swamp.
Oh, by all means. He's like, "I'd be happy to. I mean, not right now. I can't tell you to, but if
Yes,
you
it's
wanna."
dock and you must pilot.
Right, I'll be busy, but
By the
we'll
way,
talk later about
I
that.
just have to say that BibleDice.com, the button for generating a new verse is called Get Scripture in all caps. Get it!
You just call the get scripture subroutine.
Is there a button to filter out the begats at least? You know.
Hey, there's like rolled not numbers.
Did you use it for anything? Or?
Okay, so so you guys are on the boat going through the swamp. It's dark. The lightning is flashing.
Is
but
my
you
leg
feel-
any better, or is it still...
Not yet. No,
Okay.
it's still actually. Roll me a
resistance?
resistance, maybe.
All right, I'm actually good at that. I make that.
Okay, so it doesn't get any worse for now. It seems like the venom is not spreading up
Flexing the venom out.
up your
You know.
your
No,
leg.
Joe.
I just drink the 3.
Yeah, it's not progressing up your leg for now. So yeah, it's good. It might get worse later. You know,
Yeah.
You're not quite sure what kind of snake it was, but it doesn't feel so bad.
Can we try another first aid check to see if we can at least...
Not yet. No, not now. Not
Okay.
Same scene still. But Rabbit says, "Well, I've got there's sort of a group of us live up in the deep swamp. We'd be able to take care of you for a while, get you oriented up here, and maybe you'd be interested in joining up with us."
Yeah, anything.
yes, so that's like, yeah, as long as we can, we'll work, we'll make sure that we pay our
Yeah.
dues.
I mean, as long as we can stay together.
Yeah.
They were going to separate
Except,
us.
no,
Well, we
yeah,
haven't-
I will not be away from my brother.
We haven't much to share, but we'll do the best we can, and maybe you can add your skills in with ours and better everybody's lots. How's that feel?
Yeah.
We can put roofs over heads. Really
All
good
right,
at that.
cool. Everybody want to roll me awareness?
Like everyone failed.
Woo!
Critical success.
Nope.
Failure.
4-4.
I'm good.
Failure.
Critical success. Is you the only success?
No, I succeeded.
Dice go to the market, so...
All right. So crit success and success. You see this sort of odd-looking construction in a tree next to the boat, but you're closer to where you are, and you get a real good look at it. Ned, you see it appears to be a cow skull nailed to a tree with these vines and creepers tied to it so that they're hanging down off of the skull. Yeah, like this creepy looking totem type thing.
Oh, Ted Nugent's doing a concert out here.
The Lord is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer, my God, my strength in whom I will trust, my buckler and the horn of my salvation and my high tower.
Yeah, that's right. You better roll me self-control and hope your +1 that you get for your religiosity helps you out here.
Yeah. dice failed me.
Okay, so I believe the flip side of that tough spot is you take a
Plus 1 to all humanity damage.
Yeah, so
and
take
plus
2
2 to all unnatural.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Okay. So take 2 points of unnatural damage.
Is it unnatural? Okay. I guess it is.
I've seen a cow before.
Yeah, but this is like clearly a sort
I'm
of
pretty sure Ned has.
It's work of the
just a
devil.
constructed some sort of totem.
So a
looking
natural
thing.
goes right to left. So it caps.
No.
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 It goes left to right and pushes everything up.
Oh, pushes everything up. Okay.
Yeah. Since I started with 1 point of unnatural damage.
So,
No, I
for
got it.
example, if you have 3 points...
No, I got it now.
Yeah.
I got
So
it
it
now.
just fills the road. The
I was thinking it was like
Yeah.
sanity,
was
and
it
then with the
mythos or
other one,
Yeah.
stability and
Yeah, and so it,
trail.
just so we're clear, so for example, if you have 3 points in detachment and you take 2 points of unnatural, you're going to get a crack in detachment.
Yeah, okay. That makes
Yeah.
That's cool.
So, that's not great. That's not filling
I think
you
it's
with
He hasn't cracked yet.
right. But yeah, it's an odd looking thing.
You're not looking thing.
I am an odd looking.
Yes, Caleb.
But
He's an odd looking thing.
It's a reflex.
Rabbit just keeps on pulling the boat right by it. Further on.
So you
into
don't
the
point it
boat.
out to us.
I did just start loudly praying outside.
That's what you've done.
Yeah, I
entire
mean, that
time, so there's
really...
In the 1 hour we've known you, you have done that multiple times.
I'm just saying.
You're
Okay.
talking about reflex action.
Ned was looking at a creepy thing in the woods.
We didn't see the creepy thing. We don't
He
what-
saw the creepy thing.
No, well,
Yeah, you
I
did.
saw that there was like
You saw that
a
there was.
thing.
You saw that it was there, but you didn't get a good look at what it was.
Ned, would you care to share what it was that you?
The class.
So
Some
effective.
sort of blasphemous idol constructed in the swamp.
Is that a warning to the escapees or something? Do you know what he's talking about?
That isn't one of ours. No, that's but you'll see those around and about in here. Those are we'll probably talk about those in a little while. All right.
Why can't we talk
Yeah,
about it
what's
now?
preventing you from talking about them now?
Ooh, you don't want to be getting too chatty out here in the middle of the swamp. You don't know who might be listening.
I guess that's a good precaution to take. But,
Yeah.
Okay.
That's your first lesson.
Yeah.
Just don't be too chatty out here when you're in the swamp and you don't. It's dark at night. You don't know who might be about. You didn't see me on that island now, did you?
For God, who commanded the light to shine out in the dark, hath shined in our hearts to give the light of knowledge of the glory of God in the face of Jesus Christ.
God, Bible dice is on point.
Relevant.
Yeah. Bible dice.
Can you edit an MLG word right there for Bible dice?
I'm not getting the app. I should though.
All right. Okay, so he pulls you on.
That's how Ned protests.
Pulls you on.
To be clear, Ned is speaking exclusively in Bible quotes.
Because this is a serious story.
Well, hey, man! The right scripture at the right time.
This is
It's been pretty on point so far.
Yeah, that's right. That's true. This is the mid 1800s, so it's not like
Yeah.
other people
I've had
have not
characters
heard
that are
it. so-
far less topical than Ned.
All right, so Rabbit pulls the boat up against what looks like a larger sort of island in the swamp. Big.
How long did it take to get here?
It's about an hour and a half.
Okay.
It's hard to tell though. I mean, it's
Not
so
a
dark.
short.
Right? Yeah, it was a pretty long. You're pretty far away from where you were.
Okay.
Pulls it up on there, and you see darkened against the black trees in the swamp. You see what appear to be a few small huts or structures. He says, "Why don't you go on in here, get yourself warmed up a little bit, and I'll talk to you in the morning. All right?"
All right.
Well, thank you for your kindness.
Oh wait, I was bitten by a snake. Do you have anyone who can look at that?
Oh,
getting somewhat swollen.
You should have mentioned that a while ago.
Didn't seem to be getting any worse.
Well, yeah, okay, why don't you come with me?
I
So he
didn't want
pulls.
to be rude.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure we can do this. So do you mind if I come with you, or?
Sure, yeah, no, yeah, you can go together. So yeah, you guys go apart to one of the other places. Takes you in, and there's a woman sitting in that, and Rabbit talks to her in a language, like a foreign language that you don't know. You could roll me foresight, maybe, or something,
sure.
to know what this is.
Okay.
I actually like that.
Yes, as a die.
Oh, it's Cherokee. He's speaking Cherokee. And she talks back to him in Cherokee, points at you, says, she says in English, let me take a look at that, foot of yours.
Here you go.
Yeah, she looks, it's like, oh, it's not a bad one. It's like copperhead and not a very big one either, probably just a baby or something.
Sorry, that had to be done.
Not intended.
Copperhead is a family ancestral enemy.
All right.
Put on the Peyton crest.
Along with that head.
Exactly.
All right. So what she says.
Just imagine a picture of your dad. It's like St. George on a horse, stabbing one on the ground.
It's a regular sized copperhead too, right?
So yeah, she says she gets out some sort of this paste of herbs or something, and she kind of smears it on there. She makes a couple of incisions like around or near the bite, drains some blood out of it, squeezes your leg a little bit. It hurts like hell, but so you can convert all that killing damage to stun damage.
This is fun. So.
Yeah.
And so you kind of pass out from fatigue after a while, and the next thing all of you know, it's morning, and you're on a small island in a little settlement. There are these huts that appear to be made of bark and mud, kind of pressed together. There's 6 of them, different huts for you to go around. There's several people who live here. Rabbit comes to you in the early morning and says, "Well, I'm glad to see you all lasted through the night. Recovered a little bit from your adventures last night, I hope, maybe. Why don't I show you around the place, get you acquainted with the folks here." So it takes you to one of the places, one of the buildings. It's the one you guys went to last night. It says this is Martha McGee. She's a Cherokee. She's a good gal. She's been here for quite some time. She lived in the swamp for a very long time. There's a handout here, by the way. There's a list of all the people who live here.
Oh, great.
So,
Yeah. Here's the welcoming committee.
Quit looking at.
I was taking notes like a good player, Bill.
Quit writing notes and just take the notes that the players give, that the storyteller is giving us.
all right, so this is my place over here where you've been staying last night. You're free to stay with me for a while, I suppose, if you want to be here for a while, you might need to build your own place. But anyway, you're welcome for the time being. Over there, that's Dredd. That's I suppose you might call him our leader around here, in so much as such a thing is, or it's either him or Ragaja. They're the kind of fellas. They're the oldest ones here, ones who've been here the longest, most experienced. Anyway, Dredd's sort of he's a big talker. You might get along with him well, Bible man, Mr. Ned, did you say it was?
Caleb.
I nod. Wait, Ned nods.
Right. And over there's a Gaja. He's an old African. He's been here for God knows how long. For any of us, that's for sure. And his granddaughter Becky lives in that one right next to him over there. And then there's another fellow comes and goes. He doesn't really live on this place, but a fellow you might need to get to know is a fellow named Howard. Hartright, he's a shingle getter. You know about the shingle cutters?
No.
Some of you actually probably would in character, but the main is, I'm going to go third person here. The main economic activity of the Great Dismal Swamp at this point in history was cutting shingles out of like cedar wood and stuff like that for use in houses. They cut a canal through part of the swamp like 30 years earlier, and so there were a lot of like camps where people would go and cut shingles. And so a lot of the people who did that were slaves, but they were basically rented out to go to these shingle camps and cut shingles. And while they were there, they basically were sort of paid by how many shingles they got. And so for people who would otherwise just be field hands, it was kind of a good deal because they could actually make money on the side if they exceeded their like allotment or their quota. And so they would sometimes hire. They would sometimes basically subcontract out to runaway slaves who lived in the swamp to cut shingles for them and bring them in and basically pay them for what they got. So it's a really
Oh yeah.
For the shingle cut.
Maybe
for us,
working
so.
here, working as shingle cutters.
yeah. You guys were actually had that as kind of your idea for one of the things you might want to do. So anyway, that's Howard. You might, if you're interested in that shingle cutting work, you might talk to him. So this is the second act of the scenario here, which is where you're basically going to be learning to live in the settlement. So each one of you can choose one of these people to basically talk to and sort of learn stuff from them. And so each one of these different NPCs has a different sort of suite of things that they can give you. Basically, you'll talk to them, you'll roll dice, you'll make a check on one of these things. If you succeed, well, even if you fail, you'll get skill points. If you like succeed or get a crit success, you'll get more stuff. Okay. So basically, this is a chance for you to improve your skills and learn how to live in the swamp and learn how to live in the community. So let's just go around from right to left then. Bill, do you have somebody who you would want to...
Yeah, I think, all things considered, that I will talk to Becky in an attempt to raise up my awareness.
Okay. Well, you're going to be able to get more than one of these things. Sort of the standard, if you basically... the way we're going to do this is you'll have basically a vignette with them. You'll have a little scene with them where they'll explain what they're about and what they can do and teach you some stuff. You'll make a roll, and if you fail, you'll get 1 skill point. If you succeed, you'll get 3 skill points that you can spend on any one of these things that are listed here.
Okay.
If you succeed, you'll get like 5. That's right. So we'll see how well this works. All right, so you're going to go with Becky, you say? Okay. And Ned.
Ned will go with Howard.
Howard.
Get his shingle on.
All right. And Aaron. Charles.
Charles is going to go with Martha.
Martha.
Seeing his brother almost die probably is giving him the one to learn better first aid and scavenging.
Fair enough. George.
I'm going to go and talk with the Gaja.
Okay. Gotcha.
And not just because the other people I wanted to talk to have already been taken.
There's no rule against more than one person going to the same person.
No, I didn't think so.
Still.
Actually, we'd kind of like to talk to the Gaja. I think it'll be
Ned
interesting to
hisses at
diversify
anyone who
things.
comes near him.
Fair enough.
The shingles are mine.
And Ross.
I'm going to talk to Howard too.
Okay.
I
Also
want to pick me up some scavenging.
Okay. So let's go. Let's start with Howard then. So Ned and Joe go and talk to Howard. Howard is a shingle getter. He doesn't actually live at the settlement.
In the enclave.
You basically have to kill a couple of days before he comes by. So it's a couple of days later of you sort of sitting around, not doing a lot, waiting for Howard to show up. And Howard shows up eventually. He says, "Hey, I heard Rabbit said that there were some new folks out here might be interested in working with me. So here's the deal. Basically, I need to make 10,000 shingles a week. So you guys can help me out with that. The way I'm going to pay you is I'll pay you 4 bundles of 100 shingles each. Each bundle is 100 shingles. I'll show you what you do with them. You just tie them up with moss after you cut them. You guys got axes?
I do.
All right. You got an axe. You're going to need to get yourself an axe. You're going to cut shingles. You need an axe. All right?
But sanctify the Lord God in your hearts, and be ready always to give an answer to every man that asketh you a reason of the hope that is in you, with meekness and fear.
Well,
Are trees felled by scripture?
that says maybe, but you're going to need an axe.
Well responded. Well said, Mr.
But anyhow, that's the way it works. I'll be up here every week. You get me shingles, I'll get you.
Do I need the axe the
Right.
entire time, or is there any way I could do some work and then give him the axe?
Yeah, you can see. That is why the equipment is on cards,
Okay.
so that you can very easily give them to other people.
Okay.
So whoever has the card in front of them is.
So it's just going to get
thing.
double wear and tear until you can get your own axe.
Yeah. Every time you use it.
Yep. Is buying it the standard price the upkeep cost, or is it going to be double upkeep cost?
Yeah, it's going to be standard upkeep costs.
Okay.
Upkeep costs are basically only for purchases primarily.
Okay.
These things that really cost upkeep.
So that's 2 bounty you'll need for a tomahawk.
Yes, and bounty's even more abstracted than this because it's real money or it's
Oh, actually, an axe
trading.
is 1 upkeep, so that's cheaper. Yeah.
Trade in kind. Oh, why do I haven't had a machete worth more than an axe? Let's go ahead and machete also only costs
Machete.
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 So I'll have to get my own axe so I can save wear and tear in the tomahawk.
Ideally, yes. So you can basically the way it's going to work is every bundle you get to him is going to be worth the equivalent of 1 upkeep as far as like purchasing trade goods from him.
Okay.
So he can bring you stuff. Basically, it'll be a barter economy is the way it's
Right.
going to really work. But that's the equivalent. That's how we're going to do the accounting. All right. So also, you guys can both roll. I think the way I should do this,
With a skill point thing?
yeah, is maybe just roll adaptability. Like roll and then add your adaptability rating to it.
Okay. Make it.
Ned does not make it.
Okay, so if you fail, get 1 skill point in your choice of one of the listed skills. If you succeed, get 3 skill points that you can divide up however you choose among those.
Okay.
Question:
Yeah.
we still can't go over our potential.
Correct. On a crit success, I would allow you to spend 2 skill points to raise the potential.
How many skill points?
If you crit success,
Oh, crit
only
success.
if you crit success.
Okay.
Adaptability.
ADP. Third thing. All
Too
right.
long since I played Red Markets.
So, Lester, you're talking to Becky.
I certainly am.
So Becky is a young woman, 20 years old maybe, 19, 20. Young, pretty gal. You come up to her, and she says, well, what can I do for you?
Have I been given, I know what skills she has here, but what was I told about her?
You were told that she's a God's granddaughter, and that she's a real good at getting things she needs. Anything that you might need, anything.
I've heard that you embody a certain resourcefulness, and been looking to improve myself in that way.
Well, that's a nice way to put it. The way I'd say it is, I'm a thief and I'm a raider.
I'll certainly, if you want to say it that way, that's certainly fine. But that just didn't seem very mannerly.
Well, if it's one thing that always helps when I'm out trying to find something is another pair of hands to carry things.
Well, I'd be willing to try to help you out on that.
All right. Well, next time I go out, why don't you tag along?
I most certainly will.
All right. Great. Okay. So you roll.
Okay. Plus ADP.
ADP.
Fail.
Okay. So you get 1 skill.
I will do
It
that
occurs to
then.
me, upon further thinking, by the way, that I should actually really be talking to Martha instead of Gacha.
It's up to you.
Because I can hunt, so being able to also forage and track, etc., I think would probably be, and survive better out in the wild would be helpful.
All right.
If I want to try and slot myself into a food getter for
So you're gonna go with who did you say?
with Martha.
Martha. Okay.
She's the forager.
okay.
So I can learn more of that.
So two people are going to talk to Martha, Charles and George. So Martha says, "I hope your brother's feeling better."
He seems to be. Thank you very much for your help.
Well, I do the best I can. You know, like I said, it wasn't a very bad snake bite, so it could have been a lot worse. Not a copperhead. I mean, it was a copperhead, not a rattlesnake or anything.
Copperhead.
And but you know, it's if you're not familiar with the swamp, it's hard to tell what's useful. I could show you how you could find food.
I'd be much obliged
How to
for that.
find what works for medicine, what works for poison, that sort of thing. You got to be able to tell the difference. So.
That would be again much obliged, since I was able to kind of gather some herbs. That's like when Joe and I would. That's like getting to scrapes, but nothing that would really be that helpful. So
Yeah, and you, George, was it?
That's me.
You look pretty rough over there. Did you want? I'm not sure you're in any condition to be going around in the swamp for a little while. What do you think? Are you up for it?
I'll manage, man.
All right. Well then, will you all come along with me? I'll show you a thing or two about the swamp here. So roll for it.
That is a failure.
Easy roller dice duck out.
no. Easy roller betrays me again.
You didn't say it, Aaron.
There's a frog.
EasyRollerDice.com.
One skill point each.
Do not taunt EasyRollerDice.com.
Alright.
So you guys know, if you decide you want to play one of your skill points for Will, let me know that you're doing that.
Trade one of our skill points for what?
If you want, if you're trying to use one of your spots to get Will, let me know. So, it's always an option.
That's okay. At least this gives me 2 first aid now.
All
I
right.
mean, I've got Will for right now.
So nobody talked to a gotcha.
Sorry.
Nobody trained with Brother Red.
He's just sitting there staring at everybody, and nobody wants to approach
And
him.
nobody talks to Dread.
Well, he's intimidating. Everybody's working.
Exactly.
Well, this represents about a week of training and labor that goes by for you
So
guys.
that's one charge on our clothes.
Correct. So, mark up the
Clothes
charge.
are starting to get
Clothes.
really ragged.
And what about rations?
Yes. Well, now that you're living in the camp, they have enough rations to go around for you for right now anyway. So don't worry about spending rations. They got.
Ned will spend the week preaching the good word to his work partner Ross.
And not cutting shingles.
I'm just cheerful that I didn't lose
mean,
my foot.
when Ned doesn't have the axe, he'll do something to pass.
Oh yeah, how many? So does that use? Oh yeah.
It's possible to preach the gospel and act.
So what do you want to do?
Well, for cutting the shingles, I have the tomahawk,
Okay.
which I assume would work.
Yeah, the tomahawk would work for cutting shingles.
Does it use? It does have wear and tear, and he's using it as well. So is that going to be 2 charges?
Yes, and you're also going to have to roll. What is it? Athletics, or did I put that down as a tool?
Manpower, tool, athletics, or resistance checks to cut wood.
Okay, yeah, athletics or resistance. So roll either athletics or resistance
I will roll
to
resistance,
chop wood.
and I will spend 2 rations, I guess.
Yeah, if you make it, you're going to have enough to be able to get one bounty worth of stuff. To be
Okay.
able to pay that.
Yes, because I spent 2 rations.
Okay.
So I got a 11 over 10.
Okay, great. So you have one thing that you could potentially spend. Think about what you want to spend it on. Is
I will-
Ned also chopping wood to try
Yes,
to get
Ned
money?
is.
Okay, so roll resistance or athletics.
Ned will spend 1 to buy the roll.
Are you gonna break? You better.
Ned will spend will to negate that critical failure.
Not harm himself with the tomahawk.
Okay.
Okay.
Arm him himself is okay. If you broke my tomahawk.
God help you.
Ned spent the will.
All right.
All right, cool. So
He hasn't nearly loses a finger chopping wood or something like that. And I know what I want to spend my one bounty on is an axe as a gift to Ned. To be like, next time, use your own. I would feel bad if my tomahawk cut off your finger.
all right, so here's the things you can do now for the next week. Everybody has options, basically. You can train with someone else. You could go on sort of a mission or quest with somebody that you already trained with. You can kind of try to actually get some stuff by working with them. So, for example, the people who that's basically what Caleb Rostich did.
Yeah.
With Martha, that would be scavenging out in the...
Ned says,
Okay.
upon reception of his axe, but we are bound to give thanks always to God for you, brethren beloved of the Lord, because God hath from the beginning chosen you to salvation through sanctification of the Spirit and belief of the truth.
Their algorithm really loves the fuck out of Paul. Seriously.
Like, as a percent of the Bible, Paul is not that large.
Yeah, Bible Dice has so far left out the talking donkeys and all the fun parts.
No she-bears.
And kids getting mauled to death by bears.
Let alone,
No, two bears. Not one bear.
two she-bears.
Because some other kid called a guy bald.
I'm pretty sure that was two she-bears.
Yeah, it's a good time to get mauled by bears. Because Timmy couldn't keep his fucking mouth shut. We all get our asses mauled by bears.
I was really thinking of the relevance of the bit where there's actually some fortune-telling done with a floating axe head.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, that's right. Elijah, he makes an axe head float. So you can train with somebody you haven't trained with yet. You can do an
I
activity.
could try and remember them, but I don't want to butcher Bible quotes.
That's probably good.
You could retrain with the person you trained with. Just roll again to try to get more skill points. Or you could do something else. Like you could, for example, just go out in the swamp, try to find some things. You could scavenge. You could, it's up to you. But those are the sort of
and
things.
if you're going on a mission to question with one of your mentors, can you possibly get skill points for that, or is it just with the training?
You can either try to get training, or you can try to get stuff.
Okay.
You have to choose whether you're going to go for goods or skills.
Okay.
So, let's go around the table then. Ross, what do you guys get to do?
Let's see here. We should probably get more stuff. Wait, I totally need a bindle. Again,
Visual high?
bindle high. So, if I do that, is that my trying to get the bindle or anything like? When I try to get an item, do I get like a certain bounding's worth, or is it just, or do I get the one item?
Well, since what you're doing is you're actually trading for stuff, then you have to you're paying whatever the upkeep is. So, for example, if you want a padded jacket, you need 3 upkeep. If you want a knife, you need 1.
Okay. So just go out and try and get it. Try and get the materials necessary to make a bindle.
Okay, so you're trying to scavenge for it, or you're trying to trade for it?
I guess I could just, I could just cut more shingles.
Yeah, you could.
If I spend the time just cutting shingles and I give up the skill training, because he can't, I literally have maxed out all the skills that he can, unless I get a crit success to raise my potential. Do I get 2 rolls at it, or the chance to get more shingles? Or
I'm going to say that first roll that you got with your skill points is just kind of like that's just something that happened.
Okay.
No, you get 1 per week, basically, at this point, or per turn, basically, that you have to try to do stuff. So 1 roll to cut shingles, or 1 trading with somebody. So
okay. Oh, so that first time was special.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Still working out.
That's more of an opportunity cost. Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes more sense. So yeah, I'll be cutting more shingles, build up more stuff.
Ned goes
Okay.
with his noble shingle cutting partner.
All right.
To cut more shingles.
All right. Don't forget to spend the charges off the axe.
What company?
Yeah, well, I'm only
Long
spending one
journey.
because it's just my tomahawk.
Yep. You get the tomahawk.
Ned's spending 2 rations. And 1 off the axe.
All right. While you're doing that, Neil, what is
wait,
your
wait.
doing?
What?
But wilt thou know, O vain man, that faith without works is dead?
I'll get those works on.
Still in.
How many times are you re-rolling to get something that's useful?
Not talking about it.
I make it again.
All right, great. So you got another point of bounty.
Like,
Okay.
Ned knows his shit, okay?
right, but is it accidentally New Testament only? Because
I
damn.
think it's probably New Testament only.
Okay.
So, you're buying something for 2, or
Do I get 1 bounty or 2 bounty worth? For
you already had 1 bounty? You get.
I
second
bought an
bounty.
axe to give to him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did you get?
I already gave him the
Okay,
axe.
cool.
So with my second bounty, I
Okay.
will buy a bindle.
Yeah, Mendel. Yeah. Okay.
Ned got 4 over 2.
So you have 1 to maximum.
No, 6
hull,
over 2.
and you can
Can-
just carry stuff in your.
Can Ned spend will to upgrade that to a crit success?
To do what? To cut shingles?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Critically cut shingles?
Yeah, you can cut critical shingles. That'll get you 2 bounty worth.
How much will did you start with?
Well, if I'm using it for skill improvement,
Oh, you're
could I
using it
use
for
it
skill.
to boast a potential?
Yeah, sure. Okay, yeah. I thought you were doing it to get money.
Okay.
Okay, so next person for George. What's George doing?
Man, I don't know.
You could study with someone else.
Yeah, I think maybe now I'll study with the Gaja.
Okay, a Gaja. His hut is really strange smelling. As you get over near it, it's all sort of perfumed and funky smelling.
Cool.
There's smoke coming out of the cracks around it. You knock on the door, and this very old man comes out, dressed in ragged clothing with a long white beard. And he says, "Come in.
Thank you.
Come in and sit down.
Thank you.
You've come to talk to me, I suppose.
Yes, sir.
Concerning what?"
Well, I'm new around here, and thought I'd try and meet people.
You're a very polite young man, aren't you?
I try to be, sir.
Well, what do you think I can teach you?
Anything I don't know.
I suspect there's a lot you don't know about this world, young man.
Yes, sir.
Why don't I teach you a little bit about the history of this settlement? That'd be interesting to you?
I'd like that.
All right. So, Agaja, I'm going to switch to third person because it's kind of a long story. Agaja has been here for longer than anyone else. He explains to you that he and his brother Akaba were the nephews of the king of the kingdom of Dahomey in West Africa. And in 1797, their uncle the king was assassinated by his brother. And they were exiled. They were sold into slavery, even though they were members of the royal household, because they were considered threats to the incoming regime. He and his brother were taken to Virginia, and but they escaped immediately upon arrival. He prides himself on having never been a slave to any man. He says that's a point of pride for him, that he is a prince and not a slave. And he came to the swamp and has made a life here for 50 years. And over time, these other people have come around. People come and go. Little communities like this one here break up and pass away, and people come, people go, things happen, but he's been here the entire time. He and his brother.
He's a brother.
Yes, my brother Akaba.
He and his brother are here?
My brother does not live with us. He lives elsewhere in the swamp.
Oh.
I fear he will likely come by, though, when he hears of your arrival here. You should be very wary of him. If you would like, I could teach you some things that might be of use if you were to encounter him or some of his followers.
Into the thrall of Amway.
I like that, sir.
Okay, so roll me adaptability.
Okay here.
That is 10 over 6, so, or 12 over 6, so yes.
Success? Okay, so here's the thing. He's going to be able to teach you, he can teach you awareness, foresight, persuasion, intimidation, or the phone language, which is his original language.
Hello?
F-O-N. Phone is a real language spoken in West Africa in the modern nation of Benin and in the ancient empire of...
So it's going to take me 1 week to learn a language.
It will represent a longer process. It is abstracted for the purposes of the scenario.
It's one time unit, all right?
Yeah, so, and you said I had, and that on a success I get 3 skill points?
On a 3 skill points, you could spend one of your skill points on the phone language. Also, keep in mind that you could also opt to upgrade that to a crit if you want to spend a will.
Ooh, 5 skill points is tempting.
Or a potential. Or a potential. You could raise one of your potentials, one of these.
Leighton V90.
Because your skills are capped at your potential level.
Yeah.
So if you don't have, like my character, most of his skills are at his...
My problem is I only have the one will.
Well,
you can always use your weak spots and soft spots.
Yeah, you get will back by playing by following your spots into things that are disadvantageous for your character.
Yeah.
My spots aren't very useful at this time, but that's okay.
Wait, don't you need... Yeah, anyways.
No, that's me getting all metagaming. I apologize.
Okay, so but you don't have to. I'm just saying it's an option.
Yeah, Caleb pointed it out.
Yeah.
The potential thing.
So...
Anyway, while you're thinking about that, we're going to move on. So...
I think I'll just use my
I'm getting him to go shopping.
Yes,
Take, take phone, because I like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I already have a point of intimidation.
Don't feel like you're limited to this, too. I also have blank ones we can make up if you feel like there's something that has not occurred to me.
Barrett.
50 caliber sniper. there is a rifle that you can get for 3 upkeep, or a revolver for 4. You're more likely to be able to steal those than to buy them, though. So, Aaron, what's Charles doing?
As much as I want to be able to feel like I'm worth it, I still want to make sure I can be there for my brother. So I'm going to try to train with Martha again.
All right,
So.
training with Martha. Martha.
All right. All right, and nope. One skill point.
Get your skill point.
Give a skill point.
Get your skill point.
Get a skill point.
Not bad. Okay, and
Oh, sorry, I didn't do it this time. Easy rider, guys.
So Lester was what was Lester?
Yeah.
8 over 7.
So is it possible to raid with Becky and get upkeep?
Said the words.
Or not
Yes.
upkeep bounty?
Yeah, or you can just try to get stuff, like specifically go out and try to... She's going to go to a local plantation nearby and...
Fair. I
find
just
what she
feel
can
like
get.
it's not very narratively coherent to go raiding for a boat.
Oh.
You bought a boat.
That's no, that's not a...
No, GTB.
She knows where you might be able to get one of those.
All right.
There's lots of, like...
If you can get us on it, I can get us away.
Very well. Well, why don't we...
Why do you act like there's a fucking outboard on it? And you're not just like paddling like a motherfucker.
Chekhov's skill, damn it.
Well, she's all right. Well, why don't you come with me? So you can roll yourself. This is going to be roll yourself stealth, probably.
Okay.
To not.
Turning into the transporter of the boat guy.
I'd watch that.
Are you Ryan Gosling?
Yes.
I vote.
Why not?
You get in the 5-minute window. You're
That's
I'm
5
yours.
over
What do
1.
you do?
All right.
I vote.
So she takes you to a
so
local.
hard.
She takes you through the swamp to a nearby plantation. that
You know, we
abuts-
won't have to walk through this on the way back.
You're right. I like this. I like spending time with you. I must say, it's a pretty good team. You and I.
Uh-huh.
See, David gets a
I
vote.
got the boat.
I should really probably focus on trying to get myself a gun, seeing as I'm the only person that knows how to shoot.
You might think about that. Right? You might think about that. All right, so that's the end of week 2. Everybody mark off of charging your clothes.
I'm getting. I am 3 weeks from naked.
Yeah, you might want to do something.
3
About
weeks
that.
from
Again.
exposure.
High school scumbag.
So we're just doing the first. This is the prequel to Naked and Afraid.
Yes.
Oh.
I'm already afraid.
Yeah.
Well, we're working on the naked part.
All right, so let's do. Anybody want to do it again? Basically, third
Time's the charm.
third
yeah.
time?
Ned will buy tobacco.
Oh,
What does tobacco do?
did you grab it already?
No.
Tobacco is it boosts awareness and foresight test by +1 for 1 roll at the cost of 2 charge of tobacco and 2 stun damage to the torso, and it's addictive.
That is some dank shit.
Ned will gift it to his friend Joe,
Oh,
who bought the axe. To the righteous, good shall be repaid.
sure, absolutely, definitely.
Got that will.
Great. Okay.
I'll put it in my bindle.
All right.
It's almost like the gift of the Magi up in here.
All right. So, Ross, what's Joe doing for week 3?
So we could go out to just find stuff or go on a scavenging mission.
Yeah, you can. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Aside from raiding plantations,
Shingles.
Yeah, I think I might want to
mention
mention
shingles.
I'm going to try all the things. All right.
Shingles, Joe.
You
Stop
can.
mentioning shingles.
Aside from the plantation, what other sites are there to do this kind of stuff?
There's just multiple plantations around. There's also, if you want anything that's like natural resource,
Yeah.
like for example medicinal herbs or something like that.
Oh, medicinal herbs. Those might be
You
useful.
could also potentially see if you could find somebody traveling through the swamp. Go to the shingle camp, for example.
Yeah.
And try to rob somebody there or steal stuff that's laying around there.
Well, actually, what kind of skill check would be to find medicinal herbs?
That would be survival.
Survival.
I got
Which I have at 1. I've got a good feeling about this.
All right.
And I feel like it's only a matter of time before I get bitten again.
Oh,
So I will
May
go
or may
out.
not be true.
Yeah. And screw it. I will spend a will so I can find me some medicinal herbs.
All right.
So
Yay. Worth.
also in my
Joe's just
bindle.
gonna open up a vape shop in the middle of the swamp.
I got cloud Jason.
I got all your herbs.
Put clashes in the swamp.
Oh, speaking of which, it's probably reasonable to say that you can trade away any stuff you have potentially to people, especially at the shingle camp.
Yeah.
But you're going to take a loss on that.
Sure.
Things are going to be worth
Less.
Yeah, less.
Right.
All right. So, Neil, what's George doing?
I want to go talk to Becky.
All right, Becky's just gotten back with her boat, or with Lester in the boat. She's like, "Oh, hey."
Never believed I'd be on a boat.
So,
There's only a song about that.
all right. You want to learn how to raid?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
You're so polite. I like you. All right. Well, why don't you come with me? I'll show you the ropes.
Oh, all right.
All right. Roll for skills.
Okay, I actually kind of wanted to go on a raid, but
Oh, that's not what you want.
Yeah,
to do?
no. I would like to raid a plantation and try and steal a rifle.
Oh, I see. Going right for the big
The
stuff.
white folks love that.
Well, all right. Well,
They don't overreact for that
Or a
shit at
pistol or
all.
You know, my head is already. I'll say this: there are already bounty hunters all over me. I'm worth $400 freaking. I'm not sure if I know that.
oh, you know that.
Okay.
Does anyone? No one else knows that yet.
Yeah.
Maybe it's for you the best that nobody else knows.
I
that.
know how much I'm worth, I want to be able to defend myself when the hunters come after me.
Somebody's getting big for his britches.
Okay.
A faithful man shall abound with blessings, but he that maketh haste to be rich shall not be innocent.
All right. So roll me stealth, I think, to see if you can get up there and grab a rifle without anybody noticing.
There you go. No, I cannot.
Okay, so
That is 3 over 2.
I will offer you the opportunity to succeed at cost.
Okay.
I will say you can potentially get up and grab a rifle, but you'll be detected in the course of this and will be pursued. But you'll have your rifle and everything you need to shoot it.
Both.
And pursued.
Yeah.
Well, but that's what the rifle's for.
Yeah, that is in fact kind of what the rifle's for.
Escape
but-
slave shooting some white people. That'll be fine. Like, I can't imagine them overreacting to that.
No, but here's the thing. I'm actually pretty darn good at survival. I think I might be able to lose them in the swamp.
Oh, well, go for it. If you feel like it, you get yourself a rifle. Here you go. Here you
Moving on
go.
to string.
You lead them back to camp. It's gonna be a short game.
No, I'm gonna end up hiding
Well,
out in the middle of the swamp
For
for
him,
a while.
all the rest of us.
I
will
also,
be-
I also hope all those poor bastards back on the plantation are equally spec ops. Because the overseers are going to be real pissed when they get back.
Yep. Why don't you roll me survival, see if you lose him in the swamp. You can hear the baying of hounds. Yeah.
Should
And
that
the
be a
shouting of men.
self-control check?
If he makes this, yeah. It's going to be a self-control check if he makes it, and it's going to be combat if he doesn't.
I can roll points off of rations too.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Okay.
Yeah. Pro tip. Do that.
Well,
Some damn
if you're in
rations.
survival, technically no.
Okay,
Sorry.
fine.
If it's down to athletics, just trying to outrun people, then yeah. But this is survival, trying to lose them in the swamp. So
This is knowledge of,
you can just try to.
I think actually athletics would be a better idea.
Yes, just trying to outdistance them.
Yeah.
Just try to
Also, being able to.
eat feet like a. Son
Yeah.
of a bitch.
Well, also, I'm better at athletics than survival.
All right. Well, play to your strengths.
I'm gonna take
Or
charges off the rations too. That is a success, thanks to taking 3 charges off of rations.
That's-
That is 12 over 10.
All right, great. You managed to run like the wind, and you outdistance it. So you do need to make me a self-control check, though.
Yeah, I failed this one. Yeah, I did.
Okay, so I'm going to say this is going to be 1 point of trauma from the fear of being chased like that.
Yeah.
And 1 point of detachment is you do in fact realize that stealing something like a rifle may have repercussions for the other slaves that live on the plantation, and also could potentially have caused more people to come after you. So,
This was a great plan.
yeah,
But you know what? This was a pretty good plan.
you got the rifle. You did get that. So next is Charles.
Okay. One more skill building tape. I think one more skill building.
Try it.
Third time's the charm.
You got will, right?
Yeah, you just have to remember to
Yes.
actually invoke the dice cup before you roll.
Yes, I do have will, so I'm like success, and we're going to upgrade that to a critical.
Oh, you got it?
What's that potential?
Well, we're going to see if I get it because we won't. I won't.
Oh, you haven't actually rolled yet.
Yeah, no, he wanted
All
to
right,
tempt fate.
easyrollerdice.com.
No, you have to say it sincerely.
I think that was sincere. That makes
The cup knows. Cup always knows.
That's sweet. No, easyrollerdice.com.
That wasn't sincere.
We'll find out. Let's find out.
Find out what the cup thinks. The cup is the
You
only
gotta
judge.
lift without.
Okay, it was sincere enough, ass. So yeah,
The cup has been appeased.
let's see. Where's my will?
All hail the
Yeah, I'll
cup.
spend one. I have 2 on there, so I'll spend 1 too. Not on the tea soaked.
All right, so
Sorry.
you are,
That's okay. I'll spend 1 and upgrade that to a critical.
and you were working with Martha, right?
Martha, yes. So I'm going to use 2 of that to up my intelligence to 2. So I can actually get first aid 2.
You know, you're really picking up on this. Very impressive. Very, very well done,
No, thank you.
young man. Do you have some more I have some secrets that you might be interested in learning.
What kind of secrets?
Well,
secret kind.
if you were to learn, I could teach you some things in Cherokee that I think would be very useful for you living in the swamp.
Oh,
Things that not even these other fellas in the here in the settlement know.
Learn the mythos
Wait.
spells.
No, I wouldn't mind at all. I always loved that's like hearing the other languages spoke when they had like visitors coming in. So,
Well, great.
like French and the Russians.
Come with me out into the
Out into the swamp.
out into the swamp. I'll show you.
Okay.
All right.
Up in the swamp.
So you can get the Cherokee language. Woo! In Cherokee, and you get this.
Yay!
What is it? And you can also get a point of a natural.
Yay! So just to make sure I had that correct, if I already
Draw a
marked,
line.
Yeah, it picked it.
all right.
So how many of us are in the unnatural club now?
So will it actually boost up if I already
Yes.
have 2 in trauma?
Yes,
will
it
it
will.
add another check on trauma?
Yes, so
Yeah, pushes it.
That's why
pushes
I
it
figured.
all.
I wanted to make sure I was doing
Correct,
it correctly.
yes,
So,
correct.
More trauma.
All right, so that's that. Yeah, so good old Ned.
Shingle cutting, buddy. Cut and run.
I had to get medicinal herbs. I have a chronic condition.
Oh,
I will go. Is Akaja?
Really? That's what
Is Akaja Christian?
are you asking Akaja that?
Ned is, yes.
I was baptized by a Portuguese missionary when I was 6 years old. So technically, yes, I think. Not 100% clear on how that works. To be honest with you.
Blessed by the Portuguese as my folk spell
Ned
in high school.
has to preach to Akaja, though.
Okay.
The earth is the Lord's, the fullness thereof the world, and they that dwell therein.
Okay. Well, rule of what are you trying to get out of this?
Well,
The good work.
okay.
Okay.
Do you have a weak spot or soft spot?
No, he's just fucking role playing.
Yeah, just role playing.
Okay. Well, Agaja will.
I was gonna go work.
Yeah.
You know, it's not safe to cut shingles by yourself.
Well,
It actually kind of is.
Shut up. I almost cut my finger off the first time. I obviously need a help.
Use a buddy system.
Yeah. Leadership? No, I persuasion.
sure,
I
why not?
persuasion.
Not persuasion.
Yeah. Hey, good job, Ned. 5 over 1.
All right, so Agaja engages you in this conversation. He's really interested in your religious outlook and would also like to share with you some of his religious perspectives, being a priest of the Vodun, and will show you. He says, "This is what I make." I don't think. I mean, you may disagree with me about this, but I don't feel like there's a real conflict between your religion and mine. To me, they seem like they're about very different subjects. You're very much about the salvation of souls and eternal life and everything. I can get behind all that. Mostly, what I'm interested in is dealing with spirits and things that live in this world and can help us out in various ways. So, for example, I make these things, you see. They're called bochios. The spirits inhabit them, you see, and you can get them to do things for you and help you out. If you'd like to talk to me more about your religion, I'd be happy to talk to you more about mine.
Alright.
Communicable.
Gonna roll. Would I roll awareness or foresight to recognize blasphemy?
You could roll, you could roll foresight. How about foresight? Or research, if anybody even has it.
Oh no, I made the foresight roll.
Okay, you know that there are certain you've known other slaves on like the plantation who practice things similar to this. You know that there are people who do this sort of thing, and you also know that it seems sometimes to work. There are people who swear by it. There are people who have gotten sick and called a Vodun worker to them and have miraculously recovered. You know that you've seen people put these outside of their houses sometimes to ward away evil spirits and things. So it's up to you. It's up to Ned, I should say.
Is Ned full blown Nat Turner, or has he got a little of that Santeria?
It's a good question.
Yeah, I can see it either way.
Yeah, I can see it either way. Red Santeria, black standard, bog standard Christianity. Santeria!
Alright.
Ned says, "Behold, happy is the man whom God corrected. Therefore despise not thou chastising of the Almighty."
Alright, well,
So I learned something
I
today.
like your style.
And that
Brother
is,
Ned.
yeah, crafting pagan items.
You can have this too to look at. So he has
Yeah,
things in
ooh.
his house.
I get a visual aid.
Yes.
Alright, does Ned learn anything, or does he just learn how, like, on the skill sheet, or
he
does
will-
he just get to craft?
He will teach you the phone language because that is necessary for invoking the spirits. He said they don't speak English; they speak phone. At least the ones he usually deals with.
I love how I just got to
Well,
learn the
Legba-
phone language. I didn't get a chance for any of that.
Because Legba speaks all the languages, but Legba's kind of a boring guy. He can't do as much as some of the other ones. You really need to get up further in the hierarchy before you can get to the money. So he's more about what is the guy he's really into? Age. Age is the name of the Vodou that he deals with most often. He's good for protection, good for
I wish I
navigating
had
the swamp, good for hunting, that sort of thing.
I wish I had my devotees notes. It's been a while since I studied up my voodoo.
From West Africa. So now, finally, we have Lester.
I think I'm going to visit with Dread.
Oh yeah, old Dredd. So Dredd lives in a shack a little bit further away from all the others, kind of on the other end of the island, kind of off by himself. You go and you knock on his door. He comes out. He is dressed very well. He is dressed in like very neat, new-looking clothes, and he's carrying a Bible in his hand. And he comes out and says, "Well, hello. You're one of the new fellows, right? Lester, is it?
Yes. Yes,
Well,
I am.
what can I do for you, son?"
I just couldn't help but notice the I don't know, the force of personality you carry around here. And he's just hoping to...
Well, that's an
Learn a
interesting
little
way to
something
put it,
about
I
it.
suppose. Some of the other people in the settlement seem to have some sort of awe of me. I don't quite understand it myself, but I am the only one around here, I suppose, who knows how to read or write, or at least I was until I suppose you have your preacher fellow, right, Ned? He knows.
I have a hard time keeping up a conversation with him.
Well, I'm understandable. I feel like I was
Ned's not great at parties. That's what I'm saying.
Well, I can understand that. I was that way a bit in my youth. But I feel as though I've mellowed out a little bit, learned to live and let live a bit. Maybe I heard he's been talking over with that Kaja fellow. Maybe he'll learn a thing or two from him
Perhaps.
about latitude and.
Does anybody have an iPhone charger?
The brand new one with
Lightning
lightning?
cables.
No, I have the older ones.
Damn, Ned's about to fall silent, guys.
Do you want me to?
Ned's battery's dying.
Do you want me to get out my tablet so you
We
can
will
keep
not go gently into that good night.
going? All right,
Voice box is failing.
I'll be back.
I knew I should have brought my Chromebook with me. You told me not to.
That or Ned's gonna
Well,
have a
it's the
stroke and
cable.
start really misremembering that level.
If you had the cable,
All right, good.
you had the
We're good for a
cable.
little bit.
We're good to go. Okay.
All right.
All right. So,
Oh, too bad. First one out. You might want to write that down for later.
I got some loaded up. I'll just.
All right.
I'll tell you what might be good for
Sorry.
you, though, is if you'd like, I could teach you how to read and write.
Well, that sounds fine. I suppose I'm subtle enough to not let anyone who would be likely to cut parts of me off for knowing that know about it.
That's that's a good way to be about things. You don't want to let on too well to people. There's a lot. I mean, you know this as well as anybody. They tend to crack down.
Indeed.
They say nothing ruins a slave quite like learning how to read.
Well, I
And they're
guess
right.
I'm in the market to be ruined.
All right.
Here you go.
So yeah, give me that skill roll then.
Okay, still on adaptability?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so that rolls out at 7 over 5, but crits are off the roll, aren't they? So it's
Correct, so that's
a
crit failure.
fail.
You're not picking up on the. It's hard when you're an adult to learn.
Neuroplasticity.
You do
etc.,
get one.
etc.
You get it one skill point, but I'm not going to let you spend it on literacy.
Okay, I will just work with that then.
Said the parents of all my kids. Get one skill point. You can't spend that shit on literacy. Alright, sorry.
Okay.
I need that.
That was dark.
You were good, man. Just don't worry.
All right. So that's at the end of 3 weeks' time. You've been there for quite a while. Make sure you've checked off your clothes.
I need to definitely try
Keep
to
those clothes.
accomplish the getting of
clothes.
more clothes.
Can I have spent the night to make one of these? Is it a Bocio?
Bochio, yeah.
Bocio.
Yeah, we should have at least 4, right?
You can try, yeah.
What are you talking
Oh,
about?
I can try and
the
make
close
one?
charges per week, so we should.
It's 3.
I mean, I have
Spent
directions.
3 charges. So
3.
It's
You can
okay.
follow the directions. It's
I
gonna
got extra rations.
it's gonna cost you unnatural if you try it.
Alright.
So you know.
Alright.
Why not? Sure.
It's a one shot. Here's 25 points of mythos.
Sure. I will make one of these.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do I roll something for that?
I'm not gonna make you roll to cast the spells.
I mean, if you're spending on natural,
you're gonna be spending humanity on it, which is gonna be bad enough.
So I cut it out. I've learned to cut wood with my shingle training.
your axe.
Got your axe.
Whittling with an axe, that's impressive.
I'm going to use a one-headed
Okay.
Bocio. Coat it in pitch, cook over the fire, wrap it in twine, coat it in fat, cook it again. It seems complex. Then at dawn, I will call the Voodoo and show them the Bocio. I will tell them that they have a home with me. I'll slaughter an animal, a chicken, I guess.
If you
I have
got a
extra
chicken.
rations.
Yeah, sure.
How many-
Sacrifice.
how many
I
rations?
was gonna say 2 points of rations. Because meat.
Badass spirits. Eat them like food. I will eat it with them. I'll tie the bones of the chicken to the Bocio as a reminder of the meal we shared.
Yep.
And so, good.
All right. So in the future, you can use it if you want.
So basically, y'all wake up to find Ned talking to himself with chicken blood all over a creepy doll thing that he's been up all night talking to.
I feel like I've seen something like this before.
He seems to have diversified his outlook a bit.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I think I need some of that tobacco.
So, at that point on the dawn, after the 3rd week has elapsed, at dawn you see a figure coming toward the camp that none of you have seen before.
Okay.
It's all dressed in like furs and rags. Has a long beard. Looks as he's coming toward you from across the swamp.
Is it a white beard?
It's hard to tell. Kind of
George,
grayish
did you tell us the story about Agaja and his?
Because I don't think I would have told. No, I wouldn't have told any
Okay.
of you.
Okay.
Sorry. 'Cause,
That's fine.
All right.
I'd impose. I'd call my weak spot on that because not a friend in this lonely world. But I'm not Sans will at the moment.
Okay.
But I'm still playing at the
You can
point.
get more will
Spot.
than what you start with,
Okay.
but
Then, yeah, I
it
wouldn't-
has to be something that is like severely to your detriment. So
Oh, okay. Well, it's not to my detriment. It's to the detriment of everyone else around me.
that sort of counts.
I used to buy cigarettes.
That's right.
I bought Ross cigarettes.
But
Loose leaf.
yeah,
I can whittle a
if you
pipe.
don't want to count that, that's
Right.
fine. I wasn't going to. So.
Okay, fair enough. So, coming to...
But yeah, no, I would not have told anyone about Agadge's brother.
A man strides across the swamp to you.
Is he walking on the water? Is Ned impressed?
It's really strange looking the way he's walking through the swamp. Like, it almost does look like he's walking on the water, or maybe he just knows the swamp so well that his footing is always sure. He knows where the...
Is this that joke about the two Methodist ministers in the boat?
I don't know that joke, so no.
Never mind.
As he approaches, he has a very strange appearance. You thought he had a long beard. Actually, he has an enormous, necklace around his neck that is constructed out of the heads of snakes. And the...
Joe's like, yeah, get him. Fuck those snakes.
entwined with moss and creepers and these layers. It's like tons of these snakes, like dozens of the heads of these snakes have been cut off.
Is the flesh still on them?
Oh yeah, they're not skulls.
Ugh.
They're like dried.
God, and it's right under his nose. Like that's got.
Oh, it's just a snakehead vendor. He comes here every 3 weeks. We're good.
Yeah, and he has a big staff, and tied to the end of the staff is all this strange ritual-looking stuff, bones and things like that. Comes up and says, "Well, it seems my brother has gotten some new blood in. I've nearly doubled the size of the encampment here. Very impressive. Very impressive."
Folks aren't really so bad. I'm just gonna go. Hello, stranger. My name is Joe.
Yourself a will. Yourself a will.
Actually, going back, Joe.
I'm already walking over. It's like, hello. It's good to meet someone else. Are you a trader? Or do you cut shingles?
My name is Akaba.
Akaba.
I'm the lord of the swamp.
So I'm showing my hand out to shake his hand. I was like,
He will put his hand out and
yeah.
touch your hand.
Okay.
So roll me self-control.
Okay. Here's why I get that will. That is a success.
Okay, so you're fine.
Yeah.
Don't feel anything.
All right. I'm just like, all right.
But you're now infested.
He looks at your eyes and touches your hand. Says, "You have a brother here."
I do. Wow, wow. Did you talk to? You said you had a brother here.
His name is Charles.
Yeah.
He's been studying with the Indian.
Have you been talking to your brother?
Joe, can I talk to you?
Well, we have to introduce introduce yourself, Charles. I mean, he already knows you.
Yeah, he already knows me, so I don't think the introduction is necessary. So let's.
That's rude of you. I mean, it's the hospitality.
George
How
Hines.
does he know our names?
Do you want any tobacco or anything? I mean, have you come here for business?
You
or?
give me an offering?
Well, sure. It's only polite. I'll mark off 2 charges of tobacco.
That is a wonderful gesture.
Yeah.
I wish you to know, and I wish all of you to know as well, that there are places safer inside the swamp than here. This place, it seems safe, but it is not. This is, the slavers will come here eventually, There's one here I know who is of great value to them. One of you. And, they will find him.
George Hides.
And they will take him, and they will take all of you as well if you do not have what you need to protect yourselves.
How did you learn this?
You're up here scaremongering.
My brother probably thinks he can protect you. Probably thinks he can keep you safe with his voodoo, his little spirits, his little gods of the earth. They are weak. They are small. And they're young. So young. And young magic is not the strong magic. I could teach.
Ned comes forward.
Oh no.
What does Ned think of this guy?
Is this sensitivity?
Roll me sensitivity.
I don't have that.
You default on charisma.
All right. 1. Holy shit.
You made it.
What does Ned think of this guy?
This guy is scary and evil, in Ned's opinion.
George, and I'm serious. I rolled stealth. George is hiding.
Okay, fair enough.
All right, I made my sensitivity check. I'm like, oh wait, oh,
Ned
I
says,
made a boo boo.
Yes.
as many as I love, I rebuke and chasten. Be zealous, therefore.
Yeah, so,
Repent.
and I'll roll sensitivity too, just to see what I'm thinking. Because I granted,
When you want to scare the new guy.
10 over 5.
Okay. Yeah, he seems to have uncanny knowledge of what's been going on here.
Yeah, Joe, he shouldn't know what's in here. Just, I'm telling you.
Have you been spying on us? Watching us as we're all working together. Don't try and bring us down. This is.
I would have no intention of bringing anyone down. I'm here to offer you my protection.
Your protection? What does your protection cost?
Yes, everything does have a cost in this world, does it not? None of us know that better than... No one knows that better than us. But, it's a simple cost, a small one.
What's that?
I would tell you, eventually.
Yeah, I don't think you should be. Yeah, I don't trust anybody. Nobody's going to be up front. Unless you're giving the cost up front, we're not buying.
Yeah.
Well, I don't see any of what I need right here, but you could get it for me.
Your immortal soul.
Why can't you get it yourself?
Well, it would be a test. It's both a cost of doing business with me and a test of your capabilities and your abilities to be useful to me.
I think we'll pass. We don't.
You speak for everyone.
He speaks for me,
George is hiding.
so that's like we make.
I think Ned was
Is
very.
George just yelling that?
What about you, Bush?
George is hiding!
George is feeling angry.
I feel like it would be ill-mannered to not at least hear your offer out.
Well, there are things that are on the plantations around here. Things that I
with a
need
boat.
for my purpose.
Do you want a vote?
I could get them myself. I do get them myself very often, and I already have many people who have taken me up on my offers, who are safe deep in the swamp. But if you were to do that for me, get me what I need, that would be a sign that you could join me.
So I can't help but notice, if you don't mind my saying, that you still haven't said what it is you would need.
I wouldn't wish to speak that out here in front of people who have not agreed to help me with my tasks. It's of a secret nature, you see. It might not be amenable to everyone. But if you, or any of you, wish to inquire about this offer, just do you see that ash tree over there? He points to an ash tree off there.
Shingle!
That other ash tree over there.
Tie this to it, and I'll meet you there. And he takes out of his satchel a long leather rope, apparently braided leather. Tie this around it and say your name, and I'll tell you what it is that I need from you.
I will take the rope.
All right. Lester takes the rope.
Yada-da-da.
Well, that's what I came here to say. Happy to meet all of you, and I wish you nothing but good luck and good fortune here in my swamp.
I guess I'm not buying. I guess I'm buying it.
Seems legit.
Legit.
Yeah. He was nice.
He was a nice fella.
And as quickly as he came, he disappeared.
Okay.
No, that's stupid.
What's this? I mean, it sounds like a bandit. You know, someone stealing from others.
Oh, well, I'm beginning to sound a little bit like Ned here, but maybe the one without sin amongst us should start casting
Well, I
those
mean, there's a
stones?
difference between stealing, but like maybe not from the plantations, but from other runaways or the work camps or something.
So
I mean, someone who preys on.
His
Yeah.
stated objective was from the plantations.
Well, he said in secret. I mean, he could be dishonest,
Yeah.
or it could be from the slaves in the camp.
He just seemed fishy all over.
There's something wrong with him.
Ye ask and receive not, because ye ask amiss, that ye may consume it upon your lusts. I'm then going to go chop down the ash tree.
We'll mark
Yeah.
off one on your axe.
Joe, sorry to ask you this for at least the work, since I know I've been much like learning more useful skills, learning some useful skills out here and not contributing to the work.
Yeah.
So, but do you mind if I get a little bit of that tobacco from you?
Do you? I guess. Yes, of course. You're my brother.
No, I thank you. And
I
I'll,
barely had any myself, but that's fine.
no, and I'm gonna.
No, it's fine. Have tobacco.
I'll just sit
Wow,
here,
kill tobacco.
sit here alone in the dark.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if George has stopped hiding yet.
Yeah.
Although,
George is
I did mean to ask though, since
Do you need my pipe to smoke it too?
No, I'm actually gonna take care of that one myself.
Okay.
Since I was.
Oh, are you? Where are you going to find a pipe?
Oh well, this will. I will wait until it's my turn to go around to explain. So.
Okay.
But I did have to ask, since I was so adamant about saying screw you to this guy, trust no one but the blood. The
Okay.
blood.
Sure. Sure, why not?
Build our back.
Okay, out of character, Aaron showed me the little card that you gave him, and I'm like, now already? All right.
Wait for it.
Well, I mean,
Alright, so...
everyone doing magic with me.
Alright, so,
I just have a gun.
Akava has left, and
I will come out of hiding because I need to do work for clothes.
okay. So we're gonna have one more go around of you guys trying to do stuff.
Yay, doing stuff.
There's some other things you can do, by the way. If you do
Yep.
not have a dependent, if you do have a dependent, by the way, you can heal humanity damage at this point.
I do not have a dependent.
Or if you have a Bible that you're
Since we're
using in
both
lieu of a dependent.
Since we're both okay, can we heal one off each other?
Yeah, absolutely. That's how it works.
Can you heal humanity if it's all been taken with a natural?
No.
No.
No. Your humanity can never go
Bible's
below
not
your
working like
the faulty Bible.
Got a bad one.
Hey,
I must have mud in it from that quicksand.
At least you have a dependent.
That's because you never stop and read it in order. You're just flipping to random pages and quoting them.
Hey, the Lord doth select the scripture.
right, well...
And by the Lord, I mean Bible.
If you wanted to try to get a dependent, Becky might potentially be in the romantic mood. Just so that's an option. That is an option, is you can try to recruit NPCs as dependents.
I have the fastest boat in this camp.
You want a boat ride?
Oh my god.
It's like Venice, but a swamp.
So that's an option.
Yeah,
Okay,
no,
so
I
let's
can't
go around
do
one more
that.
time.
There's
Everybody
not a-
gets an
I
opportunity
have not a
to try
friend
to
in this
Let's
do
have a
something.
romantic stroll by the methane.
You know, if you
pond.
decide not to do that, by using not a friend, you can get a will point
Okay, yeah.
by refusing to get a dependent.
I am adamantly not going to get a dependent because I have no friends.
Fair enough. Okay, so let's go around again.
None of you are my friends.
So
you know.
I should have written people down in order of where they're sitting.
Were you an orphan raised by a family of black puddings?
I'm very curious about Akaba, so I'm going to go study with Agaja.
Okay.
And so roll adaptability, I guess.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Critical failure, son of a bitch.
Agaja won't let you into his house.
Oh, yeah.
Unclean.
You shook hands with his brother.
Yeah, I did.
He said you shook hands with him and he's polluted you.
All right, so did I make a self-control check then?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Well, no, not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
All right.
Wait for it.
All right, then I guess I'm cutting shingles. If that, that clearly
Okay.
doesn't take a week. So.
Fair enough.
So that's just another resistance check.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cutting shingles, you say?
Yep.
I'm there.
I make that.
Okay, good.
Come
Get shingles.
scraping back to me.
You come crawling back to shingles.
Howard's
I'll
like,
come back to the shingles eventually.
Howard's he's really appreciating your labor.
Yeah.
But every time you see Howard, he's looking a little like kind of fatter, a little lazier, sipping on a whiskey.
I succeed.
Like, thanks a lot. Great shingle cutting, man. You also cutting shingles?
Yes.
Okay, great.
What do I get for a success?
You get a 1 bounty to spend on whatever you want.
Okay. Or a skill thing?
Yeah, you can do skill.
Could I get a melee point for all this axe swinging?
Oh, absolutely, sure.
I don't have an axe, otherwise I would be cutting shingles because I kind of need clothes.
What are you doing? Are you going to try to...
I thought what I would do would be I would maybe try to go out and.
Do you get any bounty if you take the skill point?
No.
Okay.
I thought
Either
what
bounty or skill points.
I thought what I would do is I would actually try to go out and hunt and bring in something with my
All right.
rifle.
Sure.
To bring in like some sort of game if there's any to be had in the swamp for the town. Maybe be able to make a little keep there, barter it for some clothes.
Sounds great. Roll scavenging for this. You can spend charges off your rifle. You can spend charges off your rifle. Starting with the first one, you get bonuses on the roll. So you don't have to spend the charge off the rifle to buy the roll, because you can technically hunt without a rifle.
Yeah. Well, okay, so it would not be shoot, it would be scavenging.
Correct.
Okay. Well. I'm loath to only have 10 charges on the rifle.
I know. That's how this game
Welcome
works.
to the game.
That
Economic
is
horror.
a failure.
You miss. You find a swamp cow to shoot at. They really did, in fact.
Yeah.
Cattle in
At
the
least it's
swamp.
not a cave cow.
But you miss it. So
Did
right.
I spook it?
you did. You spook it and it stampedes away.
I can't
You
try
could have
again.
willpowered it.
Yes, you can spend the will to flip it if you want and to succeed. Go for
Oh,
that.
okay.
Yeah,
That's
we won't
how-
need that later.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, no,
Famous
I'll go ahead and actually do that then.
Words.
By the way, I guess my stun is healed, right?
Yeah, sure.
Oh,
I'm gonna
yeah.
say you're stunned. If you had any stun damage, it's gone in.
What
been a
about
couple
that
weeks,
kill that I got to my legs from dogs?
You're gonna actually have to spend some time and sacrifice a action basically to heal it.
Okay, so I will go ahead and spend my will to flip that.
Okay,
and
great.
Succeed.
Awesome. So you can do 2 things. You can refresh all your rations, you can refresh all your rations, and you can have 1 bounty to trade to somebody else
Okay.
for something.
So, somebody else at the table or just.
Oh, you can
from the
just
shop?
buy something from the shop.
Okay, I need clothes.
Okay, so refresh your clothes all the
Refresh
way
my
up.
clothes and refresh my.
Yeah, it turns
My
out that
rations.
you go talk to Dredd and he does have some
She
extra
just
clothes.
struts around there and look at me. Oh, look, clothes without moth holes. They have buttons. Look.
All 2 of them.
The love of money is the root of all evil. Which, while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith.
But I
Pierced
figure.
themselves through with many sorrows.
But I figure, bringing in a swamp cow probably fed more than just me.
Oh,
No.
yeah, everybody get 1 point of rations back. Good job with the swamp cow.
Swamp cow.
I mean, yes, I can only carry back 2.5 pounds, but
Wait, could I have given him my bindle so he could have used it? I could just spin a charge off of that.
I can help
why
him
not?
bring it back with my boat. Yes.
oh, everyone's getting on this now that you want to get on the ration train.
Yeah.
Everybody's friend once he comes in with cow meat.
Swamp cow meat.
That's right. Okay, so Aaron Charles is doing something.
Aaron Charles.
Aaron Charles.
Aaron Charles. Georgia. Close enough. Anyway, I'm actually going to talk to help Martha scavenge,
Okay.
but specifically ask her. I've had some concerns about the The brother, Agash's brother that came.
Oh, Akaba?
Akaba.
Yeah, he's a scary piece of shit, isn't he?
Martha has officially become my favorite NPC.
He comes around every time anybody new comes.
I realized I wanted to be prepared, so if I can help you scavenge and also find an elder tree for my pipe.
Oh, sure.
So since I figured it would be, I guess, part of something I should take care of myself, too.
That's the best way to do it, yes.
So I'm going to go out to help her scavenge and also find the bark, the wood for my elder.
Sounds great. Yeah.
For your elder pipe.
Are you going for money or for skills? You can also get your pipe no matter, as long as you succeed.
Okay. In this case, I would like to go for money since I've gotten more skills this time and contribute to the camp. So.
Get some whiskey.
All right. So is this going to be scavenging?
Yep.
All right.
Or you can get a weapon. Do you have a weapon?
No, I don't.
Clubs.
Get a weapon. Get an axe.
Why would I need a weapon in this game? I knew what I was saying, and I'm happy about it. Anyway, thank you. Trap sprung. Anyway, I succeed 4/3.
Great. So you get yourself a pipe, and you get yourself. You said money, right?
Yes.
All right. You can say one bounty worth of something. You get yourself an axe.
Okay.
Should have made the axe.
You
work.
can get an axe, a machete,
A knife.
a knife, or a club.
So you make the tomahawk one too. So
I will take.
Oh, a tomahawk is one now.
I will take. I will take
there's going to be
machete.
two if everything else is one.
Yeah.
All right, machete.
But you can't cut shingles with a machete.
No, you can't, but you can get through the swamp with it.
Yeah, so it might be
easier.
better for me.
I actually didn't write it on there, but it should work also as a tool for
Survival?
Okay.
Yeah.
So
You
cool.
can Bear Grill it.
You know it. All right, and Ned.
It's fine.
Oh, we're doing another thing?
Yeah, sure.
I thought it was cutting shingles. Oh, okay.
Oh no, you did already cut shingles.
Oh,
didn't you?
okay.
Okay,
And
sorry.
do I need to go and spend a ration?
Yeah, I already cut.
Yeah.
I forgot to ask. Do I need to spend a ration for the activity that I went out there?
No.
Okay. I just
As long as you're doing stuff based in the game.
Okay.
All right. So, my soft spot is good manners are a treasure that can't be stolen.
Okay.
I feel like everyone else was really rude to Akaba and wouldn't even hear him out. Mm-hmm. So,
You want a willpower so you can go talk to him.
yeah,
All right.
pretty much.
Okay.
So, at night, when everyone else is asleep,
Even though you cut down the tree.
I'm going to find a
really
different
cut.
ash tree. Because I imagine it really doesn't matter which ash tree, just an ash tree.
Okay. So you tie the
yes.
rope to the ash
I
tree?
didn't. Ned did not cut down an entire ash tree.
That's okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna find one further away from the camp anyway.
Probably a good choice. Okay, so you do that, and you fall asleep.
Okay.
Yeah, a terrible drowsiness comes over you, and you sit down underneath the ash tree, and you fall asleep. And in your dream, you see you're walking through the swamp, and as you walk, the trees and stuff sort of stop looking like normal trees and start looking more like pieces of architecture, like put like pillars and arches and things like that, twisting into bizarre and strange shapes as you continue to walk. And then you see in front of you this large structure. It looks sort of like a pyramid, maybe, except it doesn't have as many sides as a pyramid does. As you walk toward it, it's hard to look at, and seems to be changing in its perspective as you approach it. And if you get to the base of the pyramid, Akaba is standing there. And he says, you've come to listen to my offer.
It seemed rude not to.
Welcome to my swamp, ziggurat.
Swamparot.
Well, we are in the domain of the true God whom I worship, and he comes to us in dreams, and dreams are one of his empires. The swamp is another one, and I serve him there. My offer to you is that if you were to get me someone from the plantation, bring them to me. I would accept you into my service and give you my protection. you would become one of us.
I understand. Someone specific? Or?
No, anyone from the plantation. Just someone who's doesn't live in the swamp. Could be anyone. Could
I
be
suppose
a
it would be
slave, free.
ill-mannered to ask what you plan to do with such a person, so I shan't.
Very well. If that's what you feel like your manners require of you. Then...
I'm happy to tell you. No, okay, yeah, that's fine.
That's essentially my offer. Bring someone to me,
Okay.
and you'll be in.
I will try to sell them a timeshare. You fiend!
All right.
All right.
So you wake up. Mm-hmm. Roll me roll me self-control.
Okay.
Ross, roll me self-control.
Well, just shook his hand.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I make it.
Okay.
8 over
it.
4, I make it.
Okay. You also behold this entire dream as though you were standing behind him while he was having it. So you know that whole thing happened.
You.
What? I was just checking.
All right.
Dream eavesdrop.
Dream drop.
Not cool, Joe.
Eve's dream.
All right.
When we wake up, sorry, what was your character's name?
Lester.
Lester. Charles. You have to keep an eye on Lester.
I thought that was implicitly.
Fuck you too.
Trust no one but blood, and now Martha, but blood.
Someday you're going to be somewhere where you're going to have to be like nice to somebody, and you're going to cock it up, and then you're going to wish you knew how to be nice.
Oh wait, only
One day you're going to need a boat. And you're going to look up and say, I need a boat. And I'm going to look down from my boat and say, fuck no.
Also that.
So anyway, that happened. That was the little nighttime interview for everybody.
Sorry, I had to go with the rough.
Becky comes by, and she says, "Hey, all you, listen up, all y'all.
Heights.
George, get your ass out here. You hear this? We got an opportunity presented ourselves here. The old Master Robbins is out of town. He's gone a trading. He's gone up to Richmond to do some dealings, and he took his household with him. And he's left that big house up on his plantation wide open. And I don't know what any of you all want to do, but I'm going to go up there and see what's what. And as many hands make light work, as something says. I don't know if it's a good book or something else, but anyway, more the merrier as far as I'm concerned. Why don't we go see what we can score?
Okay, but I should say we shouldn't take too much, because if we take too much, they'll know that it's more than just one or two people out in the swamps. They might raise a group to come to go scour the swamps.
I'd say we should take literally everything in their house.
Ned says, in everything,
George.
give thanks, for this is the will of God and Jesus Christ concerning you. Then Ned shows everyone his forged free papers and makes a gesture towards the plantation.
Oh.
They might have free papers in the plantation.
Ooh.
If we steal the free papers and put our names on them,
We could,
walk out of here.
and he can do that because he can read. And
Yeah.
I assume.
No idea what it
I
is.
assume he's not just making things up and just looking at the book. I mean, he never says the same thing twice, so it could be. But
The Lord did say, give Ned thy chicken ration, for Ned is hungry.
that seems oddly specific.
Ned doth need chicken.
I share my swamp cow with you.
Who's that guy named Jeffords? Rob Jeffords, like the guy with the polygamist guy who got thrown in jail.
Oh,
he has a whole
Jim Jeffords,
he has a whole book of prophecies, mostly about how God wants you to let him out of prison. It's a big big book. I have a copy of it in the library.
No wonder he can't answer all those prayers. He's busy filling out that book for Jim. He's got a whole publishing company.
You have to buy a
one guy.
prophet who's really straightforward. It's like, yeah, let me out of jail.
His church publishes these books and sends them for free to any library who's an address they can get.
If the prophet does not get a stake, California will sink into the ocean. Maybe.
See, that's what you need to do art style, Ross. You get those books, then you build a paper mache prison out of them with a paper mache Jim Jefferson.
I think I'm going to get that.
That's real performance art.
Is that
Not
how
your
you
Jerry
generate?
Maguire shit.
Is that how you generate a major charge?
Yes.
No, we just get that book
You
and we roll.
re-imprison a man metaphorically.
We get that
He
prison.
calls to God for his freedom.
Caleb, we get that book and we
God, I want to run unknown armies right now.
Exactly, no. Random page. Each page is an adventure for unknown army.
Oh man, there's our next Patreon.
That doesn't require
Paperback
money.
prison.
Just want to do it that badly.
Alright, so who's going up to the plantation?
We're all going.
Everybody's going?
I thought we
Alright.
just got press ganged by the.
I mean, am I just making that shit up?
We
Or
have
like,
free
if
will.
if the house is unattended, he might have free paper somewhere.
Yeah, no, he would have what you need.
And
Primarily,
we can
you need-
read, we could steal them and forge them and get the fuck out of here.
yeah, he was the justice of the peace, so he has a seal.
Shingles in the north is free, man. Free shinglers.
Absolutely, yeah.
Shingle.
You know, I joined the Free Shinglers once. It wasn't what you think.
All right, so you guys got a boat,
Yes.
The Masons boom.
so you can go.
We have a boat and a bindle.
Do indeed have
and a
boat.
rifle in case things get dicey.
Does anybody have unspent?
Wait, Charles, did you spend that bounty you
Right.
made?
No, not
Get
yet.
a weapon.
This would be when you spend it.
Oh, I got a weapon.
Oh, so you
How
did
much
get.
bounty?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you
I
did
did
spend it.
okay.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
I think I just have that. Well, I think I just spent the one to get it. So
I do
Alright.
not have bounty or a weapon, but it's fine.
You've got.
You
A,
got a boat. So you're the getaway rower.
Yeah.
Brother Rabbit says he comes with you. He says we're all gonna go up together. We need 2 boats. So,
I think he's got a boat.
Yeah.
all right. Well,
You're well boated.
So here's the situation. This is going to be like an actual tactical type thing where you're going to go up to the plantation,
I'm gonna get run over by Dr. Shorty's angel.
search through various parts of it and see what you can find and retrieve. So you get up in you pull up in the boats at night to the outskirts of the plantation. Between you and the big house, there is a field, a drainage field that goes up from the river that you came up on. There are some slave quarters off to the left-hand side of it. To the right-hand side, there are some outbuildings, like barns and agricultural type buildings on the other side of the field. Further up, there is a kitchen and a stable, and then there is the big house itself.
Well, they would need to get to the big house to find the papers.
All right, so
Anybody could roll me foresight to get some ideas on technical issues.
into backing.
Critical success.
All right.
Not a critical success, but a success on foresight.
Yeah, I make it as well.
Okay, so yes, the big house is where the loot's going to be, as far as things that are actually highly valuable, including things like paper and ink and the seal, the justice of the peace, and whatever you'd be able to use to make free papers. Also, it would probably have money in it and stuff like that. Plates, plateware, and things you can sell. As far as useful things, those would be more likely to be in the outbuildings. The slave quarters, you might be able to talk to someone there. If you can find people who are sympathetic, they might be able to help you out. Also, though, you're going to have to worry about overseers and guards, because probably there are going to be some actual guards at the big house. There will probably be overseers whose job is to police the slaves, not living in the slave quarters, but very near it, and possibly elsewhere around the plantation. So those are challenges that you have. You don't see any dogs, but you do know that they have dogs here. Most plantations do. especially ones near the swamp. Primarily to keep things like what's about to happen from happening. So
Weird.
I will put a Bocio in the earth,
okay,
pointed at the plantation,
okay.
and I will ask Aga
Mm-hmm.
to distract the dogs.
Okay. Take a point of a natural.
I'm just one away from breaking. It's fine. I don't want to be distracted while we stab these hillbillies to death and sleep.
You mean from cracking? You're not too close to breaking yet.
No.
Yeah, you hear a voice that none of the rest of you hear, telling you in phone that he'll take care of the dogs for you. No problem.
I don't like to be interrupted while I'm stabbed in my white trash to death.
All right. So, who's going where? Let's go.
So
Where are
we. Okay.
I have stealth at 1. So.
Yes, as do I. So,
Well, you don't have to buy a
Just
roll.
go loud.
Reroll!
if you can again, fun on payday maps, maybe not so much here.
So, all right. If we've distracted the dogs, then if we manage
Wait,
to,
why would you possibly believe we did that?
I understood what you said.
We can't plan.
If anyone's gonna believe in magic at this point, though, it's totally Lester.
Fair enough, yeah.
yeah. Did you say what you were doing while you were sticking a weird thing in the?
I was
earth and
speaking in a
talking
weird
to
language.
I understood what you said.
Okay.
That's right. You also.
Yeah. I didn't get any
ask
access
you
to
what
spells,
you
but I got the language.
Yeah.
Praying for help from the Lord.
And what did the Lord say to you, Ned?
Go take care of the dogs.
Okay. Now I have access to that information. Thank you.
All right. So.
So if we've got the dogs taken care of there, if we just got the guards taken care of, we would pretty much have run of the place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So maybe
Covet
we should
earnestly
try
the
that.
best gifts, and yet shew I unto you a more excellent way.
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly what I was thinking. So if we figure out how many guards there are and take them out first, then we can at our leisure.
As he quotes Corinthians, he points to Lester's passable skin tone.
Mm-hmm.
So you just waltz up there and be like, "Hey guys,
I'm
greetings, fellow white people."
oh, wow.
Good thing you don't look like you've been living in a swamp for months.
Yeah.
Only about 4 weeks.
You know what? I'm down for it.
Do it.
What's your deception at?
1.
Go for it. We'll be watching.
I have 2 will.
Okay,
And if
yeah.
this works, it's totally worth it.
It is.
Greetings, fellow young.
Do we see any people walking around with like lanterns or anything, or torches or anything?
Make me an awareness check.
All right. Nope, I don't.
Yeah, you can go.
So no one has stealth.
I do.
I have stealth.
I have 2
I
stealth.
think everyone has stealth.
It's
except-
and the rule is one and done. If somebody rolls something for this, nobody else gets to roll.
Okay.
Okay.
5.
And
Ned
that's
does
until
not
the
have stealth.
until the situation changes. Like
Okay,
you
I
go to
think
one of the
Ned is
buildings
the
and
only
check
one
that
without
building.
stealth.
So
Okay.
what I'm thinking is I lead them in and you guys make some sort of noise or commotion
Okay.
so they come streaming out and then you fall in right behind them.
And just bonk them on the head, respectively.
Seems like.
Yeah,
Okay.
with the machete, the pointy end.
Butt of the handle.
No.
You can't tase the slavers.
So here's a question. I've got this rifle. If I smack someone with the butt, does that consume charges?
I would say if you fail a roll, it's going to damage the gun. Like a crit fail on trying to. I would say it works like a club, so you can do stun damage with it. but it won't consume charges because those represent ammo. But if you crit fail, it's going to break the gun. So watch
I
out
might
for
as well
that
just
shit.
punch people.
No,
I'm
he
just as
doesn't
good.
break the gun, it becomes a club. And then you can just trade that card out.
Elevator temporarily stairs, pardon the
Exactly.
convenience.
Yeah.
Nice.
Escalator.
Okay,
Just ask
that's
the guards, hey, does this rag smell like chloroform?
God.
Does this smell like kerosene, dude?
11.7%.
All right, so he goes
of the
up,
time, it works every
talks to the
time.
guards, and then we make some noise
Okay.
to lure them around the corner, and then jump them.
Okay, so somebody is first going to have to identify where exactly the guards are at. There is a overseer's shack, but you don't know where it is yet.
All right.
Oh, and by the way, Becky's staying with the person.
So would that be a foresight check to know where they're coming from, or just or an awareness check?
What?
Will it be a
Awareness.
foresight awareness?
Awareness.
Okay.
Who has the highest awareness? Mine is not.
Mine's at 2.
2.
All right.
Also, too.
Smoke tobacco.
All right.
Everyone smoke.
Are you smoking yet?
Get a try. Go for it.
Yeah, I'll get 4.
Smoke.
Wait, didn't I have a thing where when you're smoking tobacco?
That is a success on awareness.
Okay.
37.
Yeah, there's it's the third building on the right. So
Some fireflies out in the fields tonight. Just 5 guys.
Damn it, man! Don't get into a coughing fit.
Is this like?
The fireflies cough.
Is this turning into like a Cheech and Strong movie that never made it past standards and practices?
I do not think it's quite respectful to the source material. Alright, so anyway. Okay, so yes, you've identified the shack that the overseers are in.
All right.
It's that one right over there.
Yeah.
I don't think anything I'm saying is actually going to pick up on the microphone. I'm being too quiet.
I doubt it.
You're getting levels.
Well, when
You're
I'm
fine.
talking character, at least.
Oh, I see.
You're fine. Anyway.
Yeah. Gosh, I wish I could be clever, but mostly I'm just gonna go up and yank the door open and look, a disturbance.
Fine. Roll me deception.
All right.
I think we're going with what the hell is that?
There are a bunch of guys out smoking in the field. 3 over 1.
Nice, alright. You're like, what? Okay, so how are you guys like disposing yourselves? Are you guys like trying to get up there first? That was the plan,
yeah,
right? So you
yeah.
hit them as they
Well,
come out of the
meanwhile,
door.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
This was
guess
that
we-
whole like asynchronous time thing.
Sure, sure.
You know.
I guess we're making stealth checks to get in.
Yeah, everybody who makes a stealth check can be up there. If you don't make your stealth check, you're just not going to be up there when the ambush happens.
All right.
Ned will stay back with the torches.
Yes.
Making a disturbance.
Like, who the hell is that?
Cigarette.
Oh, no, he's still smoking.
Yeah.
Is it Wuthering Heights on Semaphore?
Yeah, I by the way, I dropped my bindle at near the edge, so I would,
Okay.
but I still failed mine.
Go back for
Okay,
it.
okay.
No, I can't make stealth checks with it. It's,
No.
so I said,
Homo simulation isn't broken. Wait, stealth checks with a bindle?
yeah, they had to nerf
That's
it. It was OP
masterclass,
otherwise.
It's clanky. Did anyone succeed on the stealth check?
Yes.
Oh, good. So somebody's up there. It's not just like, hey guys, there's nobody here to ambush you.
9 out of 4. I think that's good.
What's up? It's a sick nightgown you got, bro.
Okay, so
Just punch them as opposed to hitting them with a club.
what club? Yeah, because you can't do as much damage.
Okay.
I think I don't know. Clubs are only listed as doing
Slavers.
stud damage.
It's like they took our
Clubs have upgrades where they could also do kill
they
damage.
treated us as property.
Nothing on here has upgrades.
Well, yeah, they don't. Yeah.
So
How many
I
are-
might as well just throw haymakers. I'm just as good as that as hitting people with a club.
Okay, fair enough.
So-
You can just try to punch him. I'm gonna say the club you can opt to do kill damage with because that makes more sense.
I don't want to kill these guys.
Okay. So you can punch them.
Got enough heat on me already, man.
All right. So you guys can roll melee or unarmed. to
How many
start.
are there?
You don't know yet. There
Okay.
were at least two that you saw. So
Jesus.
Sorry. It's the Will Wheaton roll. I fail.
Not great.
I shouldn't do the Will Wheaton roll, obviously.
You should use the easy roller dice cup.
Obviously.
Easy roller dice pal.
It's rollerdice.com. Nope, that one's the market. So
Just kidding.
Okay, so
yeah, it's,
not the greatest ambush. You're standing outside the door, and they come out of the door with one of them lights a torch and like comes out. He's like, and you guys try to get him, and you don't.
Surprise.
So it's combat time.
Combat time.
Now how many are there?
All right, so people's speeds. I need them now.
okay. 2.
2.
Mine is 2 as well.
Okay.
Twa.
2. Everybody's got 2.
I got 3.
3.
Typically
twice three.
one
Claw
rolls
is
and
3.
then adds speed.
Oh, that's how it is. Yeah, that's right. So everybody roll an answer. Thank you. That's why we have the rules guy here.
Oh, thanks, Caleb.
I say as I roll a 3.
All right. So everybody give me their total then.
That's a modified 3 because I rolled a 1.
Okay. So
I have a 4. So I rolled a 1.
Ross, what do you have?
Oh, wait,
Roll
roll
10
five.
at your speed.
Good thing you're so close to him.
12.
Could they?
Literally on the porch.
12. Nice. And Neil?
11.
11. And Aaron?
10.
10. All right. And I guess I should roll for the guys.
Nah.
You don't go last.
Yeah. Alright, I'll go first. It's fine.
10. Ross?
Am I in charging range of one of them?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay.
You get a tomahawk chop with them.
Yes.
It's
just called murder. I will attempt to murder him with my tomahawk.
Yeah.
And I will spend 2 rations to give myself a +1. Do my roll. 14 over 2. So.
Okay.
Damn.
And
Remind me how the halftime guys work. Is it just one hit and they die? Or is it
part-time?
You do part-time. It's just 10 hit points
10,
anywhere.
yeah. These guys are part-time. They just have the 10 hit points.
Yeah, you can do.
should I roll damage separately? Or
Yes,
you
we'll do it separately.
Okay.
You can do full time. They have 10 hit points per location.
That's right.
You know, and then management is hitbox.
Full characters.
Is it just the straight D10, or do I add anything to it?
You rolled a 10, right? Are we doing separate damage or not?
Doing separate damage, yeah.
All
yeah.
right.
So I re-rolled. I got a 9.
Okay.
So you got 9 damage.
All right. I don't
Yeah.
add anything
Dang.
No.
to it. Okay.
You did just whack a man with tomahawk.
Yep.
Okay. There are 3 of them total. One
Okay.
of them just took 9 damage. Next is George.
I will attempt to evoke the gods of Easy Roller Dice Go.
Alright.
You didn't do it right, but
Oh, you did it right.
I did it right. That's 12 over 5.
Okay.
The
Roll
key
damage.
was making it in tar the second time.
And that would be 9 points of damage to another one.
well,
Alright.
okay. You should have kicked.
Yeah, I
someone.
should have kicked.
But
the
you
other one in
didn't,
the
so
face.
it's too late. So now,
They all get to. So it's 3 attacks instead of 2. It's okay.
Aaron, what's your speed?
10.
Yeah,
Well,
what was
two.
your actual speed?
Oh, 2. Sorry.
I'm going to let you go first.
All right. Going to try to get another shot with my machete at the one who I was aiming at. Whichever one.
Okay.
One
Is
of-
it going to be the same one Neil hit? Or the
Yeah,
same
I'll do that.
different?
So just.
That was the first one out the door.
Okay. Let's see when George hit.
Success. All right, now I'm good. So, let's see how this rolls. Oh, that hit.
All right.
That should be lethal. Because
Well, roll the die.
Kill damage. So
Roll the die.
Second. We're doing separate damage.
Yeah. Okay. 3.
That's enough.
All right.
Roll red 2. Where'd you hit him for 3 at?
So let's see. 10. Oh, yeah,
That's good.
All right.
3 kill damage to the head.
All right. Nice. Okay.
you scalped him. Good job, brother.
Hey, they're bad people.
I know.
They literally torture
I know. They're
slaves
saying, yeah, they're
for a
saying I
living.
have scars. My character has scars on his back. I know.
Is there anybody you can legitimately? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
You're right.
That
I
is-
shouldn't have.
that
I
is
shouldn't have any
Running
qualms
forward
here.
to
No.
Well, it's not Ned's turn yet.
get choppy when he can.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to be a killer.
George is going to get a torch shoved in his face. You're going to need to roll.
Yeah.
You roll. What is that? Athletics to dodge.
Yeah.
Roll athletics to dodge.
Torches in the big house?
That is 7 over 6.
Oh, Mrs. is not going to
7
like
over
that.
6?
No, this is
That is a success.
This is the overseer.
Yeah, this is the overseer's hut.
Oh, is it overseas? I thought we were trying to break into the big house.
You
You're jumping around not to get
No, we're making it to
burnt
where we
towers.
don't have to.
This is step 1. The idea is to take out the guards first. Okay.
Yeah, every time you make a physical attack roll or a dodge check, i.e. athletics, you have to spend at least 1 ration.
Gotcha. I forgot about
For
that.
some weird reason, you're spending a lot of calories. You know, with the adrenaline and the sweat and the, oh god.
And I'm going to do
I
separate
don't want to
damage
get
rolls for
burned.
them too, because it's only fair.
But at least that was a dodge.
And,
Well, normally they don't get to roll.
right, but I mean, they roll damage though.
Yeah, that's right.
So.
This is your rules edition, Rob.
That's right.
You did this.
I know.
It's a key people from hitting all the
Your
legs.
contribution.
I think I played flag more excited.
I played through an entire
So many
beta test.
Friendly
Nothing
fire.
but leg shots. I am going to play with these rules.
Alright, it wasn't perfect when it came out of the pen. I'm the first to admit that.
Okay,
Terminator and T2
but you-
like no lethal.
but you dodged, right?
I dodged.
I just thought of our Robocop movie. Endless dick shooting.
Oh, our RoboCop man. Yeah.
Oh god, that scene is weird.
Alright, Aaron, you're going to need roll
Robocop
switch too. You get
falls to
attacked
his
by the other
knees
guy
and
who's not
starts
dead.
breaking
Okay,
shit.
so resist athletics to dodge into the way.
I need to rewatch that. It was so good.
Let's see. Nope, that went to the market.
Okay, so he's going to hit you
Okay.
Brother!
for 5 damage to the head.
Ooh.
Alright, I'll make myself
Stun
control.
relief.
Yep.
Yeah, control it is.
Again, was that stun relief?
No, it's lethal.
Okay.
That,
Damn.
I failed that, so how much trauma is that?
That's going to be plus 1 trauma, so plus,
torch, I
doesn't
guess?
say 2 trauma.
Yeah, he hit you with the torch.
Damn.
2
Hey, at least we'll have some
Ah! Brother!
empathy pains there.
Alright, Bill.
Good thing I have
So there's one left, more or less, right? I mean, there's one with like 9 hit
There's
points
one,
assigned.
there's one that got lit up pretty bad, and there's
Yeah.
one that hasn't been touched.
Yeah, maybe hit that guy so he can't attack again.
Bad again.
It's not really metagaming. He's still up. And
Actually, yeah, I'll do that. I don't have a weapon, but I do have unarmed,
Sure.
so it'll be stun
Unarmed, right in
damage.
the face.
So
well, we can.
Don't we have a gun?
We do. He's not
Why?
using it.
One, it's cumbersome. You cannot be quick drawn, and 2, it's loud.
yeah,
Wait,
that's 8
Ron,
over 5.
I assume you had it in your hands.
You know what else is
Alright,
loud?
he only had 1 hit point left, so he's dead.
Okay.
Charles is screaming.
Actually, I just wanted to
Face
knock
gets
him out.
burned
Okay,
off by
he's
it.
Since
knocked
it's
out.
unarmed.
So is he dead or knocked out?
He's knocked out. The other one's dead.
Okay. Don't worry, we can fix that.
Yes, we can.
Concentrate on the other one first.
Yeah.
Alright, so there's one left. Caleb. Ned's turn.
Chop, chop,
I was out
chop,
in the
chop,
field
chop.
creating a distraction. So can I even get there in time?
No, not this turn.
Alright, I'm just running with my axe.
Alright,
I
Joe.
think you should be sitting there watching you as you come in.
Melee again
Okay.
to the healthy
Hey.
guy. Standard, not adding. Oh, critical failure.
Ooh.
I will spend a will to not lose my axe.
Okay.
Or, hit poor Charles in the face.
Sure.
Or whatever you were going to do to me.
I know how to put the fire out. Axe.
Face get
Let me
burned,
beat the
face
flames
ain't
out.
there.
I'm gonna punch the guy again.
Okay, you're punching the guy. There's one guy left, and who's not down. And
Yeah, the one who's conscious.
Okay.
We just shoved a
Easy roll them dice.
yeah, easy roll dice.com. That is a critical success.
Okay, roll damage since doubled. You roll both
Roll
dice.
red 2.
So
Roll
dice.
red 2 damage.
okay, so only 14 damage.
In the legs. No, that's an arm actually.
Oh, okay, so
4 is an 11.
oh, yeah, four.
that-
So
that-
I just punched that guy, like straight in the dick.
You probably ruptured something in there. Like, oh, God.
Sweep the leg. Okay, yeah, no, he goes down.
Yeah,
He's
that's
dead.
10 on my,
that was
10 on my
swapped.
damage roll, so 20 damage.
Yeah, so that's
I guess
nasty.
that's
Okay, so
That's 10 lethal.
one of them's dead and one of them's down. Oh wait, you did 20 total damage?
Yes, I did 20.
Yeah, it stacks up.
total
You killed that
damage.
guy. But, you totally killed him. You were trying not to kill him?
No, I was just
You just
punching
didn't
him.
want to waste bullets.
Okay.
I just didn't want to waste bullets or hurt my gun.
Alright, fine. I won't make you roll trauma. Alright, so they're dead. Or they're down. One of them's down, two of them are dead.
All right, brother. Oh God, I have some medicinal herbs.
Are you putting that way correctly because I know how to do it?
No, I know how to do it too, and you screwed up last time.
I learned.
You did. Do you want to heal your own face?
Can I?
Physician, heal thyself.
That would be a
I
thing.
don't think you can feel your own face.
Let me
You
have
can feel your own
Let me
leg.
have this salve.
Yeah, no. Let me put it on.
Remove first the board from thine own eye.
Falling down there, Caleb.
4 point bill.
All right, I will spend 4 charges because it's hungry to gain +1 to my roll.
Okay.
And to make it, and that unfortunately did it. So I make the roll, and then I will spend 2 more charges. So I've spent 8 of them now to heal every point of black. To reduce a box. Actually, no, I don't need to. Well, let's see here. It'll heal 4 points, so that'll be. I guess you could mark off 2 killing.
2 killing. Okay.
That's probably the best way, right?
Yeah.
Or no, convert it all to stun first.
Yeah.
So convert. So how many boxes do you have?
5.
5. So you can convert 4 of them to stun.
Stun. Okay.
Actually, no. I'll spend 1 more. So I've spent a total of 6. So all of them are stun.
Our stun. Okay. Cool. Thank you.
Alright.
Heath,
So, what have you done?
medicined his face, so it's all stun damage now.
Nice. What's the next thing you guys are doing then?
That's what I'm doing. Like you guys.
I mean, you're done with the.
you should
took out
probably
the
kill that
overseers.
guy.
Go on, I've got it.
Okay. No, I'm healing his face. Like I'm like rubbing salt.
Oh. You bad person.
You don't know.
No. He does.
Yeah, I'm distracted. This is
Yeah.
your perfect time.
I'm gonna drag away the one that's still alive.
Okay, great. Make a resistance check.
Alright.
See if you can do it without. anybody
9
going.
over 4.
Yeah, you're good. Nobody
10
else.
over 4.
Yeah, you're good. You got a guy.
Alright.
Okay. So,
Why does everyone
One cigarette recedes into the swamp.
Why is it every time I play with you guys, someone turns evil?
Because one shots are fun.
So we don't do this kind of bullshit in
going to the big
campaigns
house.
unless we're Tom.
Fair enough.
okay.
Go to the big house.
So there's a big house,
Look at
and
the
there's
papers.
also the other outbuildings. You go to the big house?
Yeah.
Okay.
After I heal my brother.
Okay.
I forget about George.
There are
Lester,
probably there's probably going to be more people at the big house. Like, just so you know, there'll be people who are just at the big house to guard it. These were the overseers guarding the out.
These guys had torches. I want to collect their torches.
Okay.
We walk by faith, not by sight.
Yeah. I have torches anyway.
Yeah.
But I have not lit them for weird.
Does anybody else want to maybe look around and see what they
Actually,
have?
let's loot their fucking shack.
Yeah, sure. Look their shack. Yeah, roll scavenging.
Who has scav? I have it at 1. Does
Everybody
anybody?
can. I'd say everybody can roll scavenging, and if you succeed, you can get something. If you
10 over 8.
okay, what do you want?
No. Roll scavenge.
Yeah.
If you have it.
Yes, I do.
I fail.
No.
Hey, it's the same thing I rolled.
They're the overseers, right?
Yeah.
Moonshine.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wait, what weapons were they using?
They had torches and one on a club. And what weapon do you want?
Actually, I could use another tomahawk.
I got another tomahawk in there.
Yeah.
All right. Do we take some of the torches, possibly?
Sure.
I have torches. but, yeah.
I think we're good on torches.
Okay, never mind. You have it.
Yeah, I already grabbed the torches.
Okay.
Anybody else succeed on scavenging?
No.
No.
Okay.
So
He scavenged a body, so
Are you like out? Are you gone?
Yeah.
Okay. Like,
Purple Cobras, let's bounce.
hey.
Thank God we have a boat to get away on.
oh, you son of a bitch!
You do. You have another boat.
Oh yeah,
it's
that's
okay.
right.
If there's
Brother
another boat here, I can pilot boat. Not as well as him,
Oh.
but
Who can?
Well, Brother Rabbit.
skip.
Can,
So, by the way,
don't know why I have
well, we'll
pilot
come back
boat.
to you. Okay. So you
This
guys,
was good.
you guys have lived in the shack. You can go up
Okay,
to the big
okay.
house now. Yeah.
I'm just gonna say this. I have 2 will.
Uh-huh.
I figure I can talk my way through them.
that's a great theory. I like
As you're tracking the beaten man?
I like this plan. I'm thrilled to be a part of it.
Rabbit,
you
Becky,
lose
back
this?
at the boats.
Yeah.
I got
No, I know this guy.
Yeah.
He worked in my old plantation. I have a score to settle with him.
Okay. I'm still gonna make you roll. Do you have deception?
Deception, I do.
Yeah, roll it if you. I mean, you can spend a will if you need to.
Okay.
But yeah, or you can crit fail.
So I did not crit fail. It would be a fail, but I will spend a will
Okay.
to make it 4 over
Great.
2.
Cool. Okay. There we go. Okay, so they're like, okay, well,
He owes me. I'll be back.
all right. Well, you do what you have to do, man. Rabbit gives you a significant wink.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry, didn't mean to like push the scenery.
Okay. Anyway, so the rest of you guys, you're going up to the big house now.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so stealth checks again to try to make it up there.
God damn it.
I have extinguished the torch, by the way. I just
I make
thought
that.
I would loot the torch.
We should have made another
That's
devil
right.
figure.
Yeah.
I succeed.
All right.
Sure. Brother.
So we're just sneaking in?
No.
Yeah.
Sneaking up to the
I
big house.
wait for the signal.
Okay, fair enough.
Yes, made it.
Okay, so you're all self.
Oh God, we're all dying. Help, help, help.
Kittens. All right, so you get up to the big house. You see there's a light on in one of the windows, and the rest of the house looks dark. You want a light on the first floor.
Can we see anyone by the light?
You could you have to get closer. A second stealth check would give you more information, or you could just go in a different part of the house.
Yeah, we'll just go in a different part of the house.
Okay.
You're like significantly affecting the traffic rates.
Yeah.
Bible dice. They don't know where all these hits are coming from.
Somebody's finally getting some use out of our service. We're making the
Are you Google Analyticsing them or something?
So
It's a Christmas miracle!
The people have finally found the Lord.
wait, what's your stealth at?
My stealth is just a 1.
Okay, no, we all have it at 1.
One, yeah.
except for I think.
We are all remarkably unstealthy,
I
except
told you this Netscape sign would pay off, Martha.
All right,
We're
so
doing the good work.
they have a Netscape side. No, let's get closer.
Okay, so you can try to sneak up on the person.
They do have a link to their blog.
You want all
and
this
I
little
really
stealth
want
or
to
just-
No, just me.
Yeah, if you're trying to go there, you roll stealth. If you're not, you don't have to roll it. Okay, so you're sneaking up.
I made it.
Okay, so you get up to the door. There's a door you can, with light coming out underneath it, you can peep through the peep
I do.
hole. You see a middle-aged woman sitting, reading and writing by the light of a lamp.
Oh, okay. So she may. Well, she.
Have a grenade.
Yeah.
Good times.
Next through.
So we're just going to the big house to get the papers, right? We don't need it, or the seal, right? We don't
Yeah, we
need.
need the seals and the paper.
Okay.
Do we have a time?
Does it look
travel
like an
down there?
office or anything like that?
Yeah, it does. Becky does imply that you might want to steal other stuff while you're there.
Yeah.
Because it's not like you have a lot.
Well, the
back
main
in
thing is the papers.
Sure. You want to be out of there.
I will.
Yeah, that looks like that's where, like, there's a writing desk and stuff in there.
Okay. So we definitely need to search that.
Mm-hmm.
And she's really engrossed in work, right? So, I have a persuasion of 2. I'm going to try.
Phrenology isn't going to study itself.
Yeah.
This is going to be more of intimidation. It occurs to you that the situation may be more like,
Swear to me.
would you, hi, I'm a black person you've never seen before who's in your house in the middle of the night.
Okay.
Would you like the terrifying?
Would you mind if I was mine too terrible?
Oh,
if I
she's
went
not a
to
servant. She's not a...
No,
Oh,
she's,
okay.
I'm sorry. I should have specified. This is a white lady.
Oh, well, never mind.
Do you want
I'm
the
sorry.
big scary
I
black
did-
man, i.e.
Yeah.
me, to come up? I've got a gun.
Dude, you are all black. You're all very scary as far as she's concerned.
Yeah, no. Let's see.
It
here.
occurs to you.
Okay, I will go back to the others and tell them what that is, what's going on, what's in the room.
Okay.
And that the sealed papers are probably, or the seal is probably in there.
Okay.
So we have to, if you have intimidate, you want to take reins on this.
Yeah, sure. Why
Or
not?
would it be possible to kind of wait her out until she leaves the room?
How long do you want to wait here?
What time? What,
We literally just
how
murdered-
high is the moon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of night left, but
Yeah, I assume we hid the bodies, or at least.
I don't assume anything of the
shit.
sort.
One of them.
The swamp
I'm in the process of hiding one.
swamp hive will eventually hide everything.
Wait, Ned, can you go back and drag the bodies back into their shack?
I never left.
Okay.
I guess.
Yeah.
That's what you were doing.
I'll say words over them.
Sure.
So both of
Please,
those
please
guys
tell me
dead.
inexplicably you sound like an Anglican priest. Ashes to ashes, and dust to dust.
All right, so it's
To
George's
be
turn.
called forth and resurrection.
Do I want to?
Suddenly, the squirrels that are around are asleep.
Yeah, it's like a Downton Abbey service.
All right.
How do you even have the common?
Ned's really big in
common
the Church of
prayer?
England
Yeah.
and voodoo.
Okay. So George is gonna what? Kick open the door
I think, kick open the door and try to be intimidating.
Okay, do it.
Okay.
Get in my flesh.
No. I'm going to spend a point of will. My last point of will on that, though.
Oh yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Probably a good idea.
Okay, so you burst into the door carrying a rifle, I assume?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh shit, it's happening.
Catchphrase, please.
Oh fuck. I guess we always knew this was coming.
Yeah.
Couldn't last forever. The good times are over.
I'm tempted to quote Bad Boys 1 or 2.
Do not. Jesus.
We're putting this on the internet eventually. Don't forget. Hopefully.
Yeah. Which is why all I will say is I
Anyway.
am tempted to quote the movie. And
Anyhow.
that is it.
All right. So she is cowed.
Swamp cowed?
She puts her hands up and backs into the corner and does whatever you want her to do.
Okay. I really didn't think this through.
Wow.
The mantra is,
Check that one off on your RPPR bingo card.
and I didn't say it.
How does that feel, man? How does that feel?
But
Kind of refreshing.
okay, Joe and Charles are also up there.
Yeah, Joe, Charles, why don't you,
Did any of you learn how to read?
I tried.
Yeah, Ned's not there.
Ned's coming once he gets the signal.
You haven't signaled Ned yet.
No, I'll go on signal Ned.
Okay.
I mean, if we've taken her,
Yeah,
he's
I'm taking it.
cowed and terrified and...
we'll tie her up and blindfold her
Okay.
and
Okay.
gag her.
I don't have rope use.
There is no rope use skill.
Yeah.
You're fine. You tie her up and bound and gag her. Okay. So Ned comes up.
So
I
why?
am now even more
You
infamous.
guys can now scavenge, basically. Especially Ned's the only one who's going to be able to figure out what it is that you guys need for free passes. The rest of you can scavenge here. You can get paper. Like, that's pretty obvious. And ink.
Yeah.
But as far as, like, what it takes to make a free pass, how to
All
make
right,
it.
Ned says, the Lord also will be a refuge for the oppressed, a refuge in times of trouble. And doing so, he indicates they should ransack the fucking place to make it like, oh, we dumb, we just wanted to steal all the cutlery. Meanwhile, I can forge documents and open it and look for their missing free papers.
That's right.
So just make it look like a robbery.
Hopefully they don't
So we're not stealing the seal, we're just using
We're stealing and breaking everything.
All right.
So it will be difficult to find what is
Okay.
actually missing.
So they don't write to the State House and have that notary seal
That's right.
canceled.
Exactly. Fucking wreck the place.
Okay.
I
No matter what he plays,
You have to
Caleb
check
cannot
for
help but
For
offset.
scavenger.
Okay, so you can wreck the place. That's no problem. But as far as finding things useful or valuable,
I failed
have
at my
literacy
scavenge.
so you don't find
sir.
anything useful or valuable. Aaron.
Ned is well read.
Charles, you can
And
roll scavenge to try to
that's
find
a
anything
bad
useful or
roll.
valuable.
Okay. So at that point, yes, I do.
All right,
Hold on.
you want useful or you want valuable?
Gee. Valuable.
Okay, roll a d10 and get that much bounty.
Okay.
In, like,
8.
currency. Yeah, 8 points of bounty in actual currency.
Nice.
Specie.
Yep.
That would
Silver
be useful
dollars.
to pay people
That would be.
to bribe our way to the north.
A stack of silver dollars. You got them. Okay. Meanwhile, Ned is furiously forging papers, right?
I guess I'd
Man, now
roll.
if only you were a sniper.
If only Ned was a sniper, he would truly be a well-rounded character.
But sadly, we can't get what we want.
I was gonna guess. Do you have a profession?
Literacy.
Yeah, roll literacy.
I spend a will.
Okay. You've got 3 papers forged for all of you. Good job.
We should probably try to figure out a way to get out of the swamp and to the north now, because when they get back, when they find their 3 overseers dead and the place ransacked, they're going to go in the swamp.
Good.
Dang it! Last year.
What? That,
Yeah. No, that's fair.
Well, you know, if we really
they're
want,
gonna get killed.
Yeah.
if we really
Oh,
want to
I
go
see.
absolutely crazy, you know what we could do?
You can set the house on fire.
That is exactly what I was thinking.
I'm not going to stop you if you do it, but I'm not going to do it.
We should tell everyone in the slaves' quarters to get the fuck out of Dodge.
Okay.
Come to the
And
swamp,
we
it'll
should
be
give
fine.
them a lot of our money. Because they're going to need it. Because whether they wanted to run away or not, they better fucking run away now. And then we should also burn the overseer's house to the ground.
Okay.
All right, so
Because it was a fire and the done all run off. And then a
Well, no,
couple
but-
of them got a rifle and ransacked the place.
What are you gonna do with the lady?
And nobody was there.
What are you gonna do with the lady?
She will stay tied up in the house.
While you burn it down.
Well, no, the overseer's house we're burning down.
The shack.
Burn down the big.
Oh, you're burning the shack down.
Yeah, the one with the overseer's bodies in it.
Okay.
We're dumping the whiskey all over the shack. We're lighting on fire. We're covering up the fact that they died of axe wounds.
Okay, somebody needs to roll me, I think maybe
Foresight?
foresight, sure. Or mechanics, if anybody has that.
I have mechanics.
I actually
well,
do
what's
have
better?
mechanics.
Does it matter?
Brother,
Yeah.
I have one way we can take care of this.
What? How?
But knowledge.
Out of character. There we go.
I will leave this up to you.
You know it takes about 40 minutes to do that, right?
We have time.
Okay.
have
We
one
don't.
people.
We should really. We're really. I made my foresight check. I just made it.
Okay.
5 overall.
Yeah, so you can burn the shack down, but it's probably not going to be enough fire to, like, burn the bodies up. Like, bones don't burn that well. You need a much larger fire for
Jet
that.
fuel won't melt steel.
Okay.
But I can. But
Well, I mean,
But it will
it's
make it
also
better than
they don't
the
exactly
value
have
of
fucking
so
hayseed Quincy around either.
No.
He's not like houses are gonna come out and it's like they didn't die from smoke inhalation.
Also, you've been stealthy so far pretty well, except for killing the overseers.
Yeah.
Maybe nobody else knows you're here. Like,
Yeah.
it's like-
Except for the old-
So
except
Ned
for the
will
white
know once the
woman.
papers are forged, and tell everyone that they should get the hell out of there.
okay. You tell that to the slaves in the slave quarters?
Yes.
Okay, roll me persuasion or leadership.
I have persuasion at 2. I could.
Anything out there?
Critical success?
Woo! Nope. Just regular,
Well-
right?
Oh, I thought it was 2 8s.
Okay, they heed your advice.
Ned gives them lots of shit to sell.
Okay.
Most of the shit that we ransacked.
How much bounty?
Okay, so
How
about
much value did we get?
from the ransacking, 8. Aaron's George, or Charles. Charles is the one who's going to have to decide whether he's going to give up that money or not.
Here, I'll give him one of my tomahawks.
Withhold not good from them who it is due when it's in the power of thine hand to do it.
I'll give him my tomahawk.
This is actually no. This is going against the soft. This is going against the soft spot. Justice is for wrongs. Unpunished. These people. It's like they were. Our people are traded. So I'll be giving them so they can have their start.
Okay, so like half of them do that and disappear. The other half don't show any inclination to do that. And they say, look, and listen, if you're going to run away, the best way to do it is to prepare for like months in advance and have a plan and stuff.
Surprise!
My grandmother lives here and she cannot go. My 2-year-old child lives here. I can't take them with me. And if I run away and then they catch me, I would probably be executed as somebody involved in this crime. I'm going to stay where I am, and I'm gonna when the authorities show up to ask me what happened, I'm gonna tell them what happened and tell them that I wasn't involved, and see how it goes. It seems like a better choice than running up. So it's about half of them take the choice of running, and about half of them take the choice of staying. So, but you don't have to roll humanity for whatever choices they make, because both of them seem pretty reasonable to you from your perspective.
I stopped listening to the explanation and I'm already burning. yeah, whatever.
We're certainly not going to try to stop you or anything. You guys...
Was the rest of the big house not worth also trying to loot?
You already did. That was
Okay,
that was the scavenger's check.
I see.
Okay, so that's it. You guys are out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you doing next?
Grand Theft boating the fuck out.
Yeah, is there another boat?
Okay.
Well, Brother Rabbit came with us.
Yeah.
Is there another boat? Do they have a boat house?
There's one boat left.
All right, we're taking that.
Oh, they have any
We
boats?
have
Yeah, see if they have any boats.
Well, that's going to be a good question, because when you get back to the boat, you see who is back there? Is Rabbit and Becky, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So Becky.
Ned says, where did Lester go?
So Becky is dead, and Rabbit is not there. So roll me humanity for trauma.
Oh.
I failed that.
You roll self-control.
Self-control.
Sorry.
No.
Nope. Okay.
Ned makes it.
Ned makes it. That's good. Good for Ned. So take 1 point of trauma. Yeah, Becky's throat is slashed open and she's dead. She's laying in the bottom of the boat.
Okay, and Brother Rabbit's not there, neither is his
But
boat.
she's at the bottom of a
Oh
boat.
no, she's not in the boat. That wouldn't make sense for the boat to be there. So no, her corpse is lying on the
And
bank.
fear
There's no
not,
boat.
which killed the body, but are not able to kill us.
They may well have other boats around here.
Yeah, we look for another boat.
Okay, scavenge.
I make it.
Fine.
Okay. Yeah, there's a boathouse. He's got a boat.
Pilot us away.
All right, I shall attempt to pilot the boat. Easy roller dice, please. Yay!
All right. So, yeah, there's a boat. You're gonna get the fuck out of Dodge.
Have a boat.
You're going back to the. Oh yeah, sure. What's your boat? You're going back to the encampment.
Should we just start heading
I
out?
think we really ought to just start heading north.
Maybe just go.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Maybe just leave.
so we
Okay.
don't get tagged with a crime that we. Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
That we absolutely committed.
Yeah.
Oh no, not that one. This like Becky. So
They're not going to care. That's not the crime they're going to care
I
about.
know. Yeah, we've done what we need to do.
All right.
We don't know what happened to Becky, but we have no way of knowing. Well, Brother Rabbit and or Lester killed her, but we don't know
Yeah, you have
where
no,
they went.
No idea where Lester went.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're just gonna hoof it and just like
Well, we
No,
have
we're
the
gonna
boat.
boat it.
yeah, make for Norfolk or wherever.
Yeah. We have our
Try
first
to
papers.
get out of there.
Well, I mean,
We're kind of done here.
the stay in the swamp forever, or wait, stay in the swamp until the Civil War tactic might not work so well.
Well,
Now that we've, as far as they're concerned, incited a rebellion.
Yeah.
Yeah, just started a slaves rebellion.
in fairness, historically, things like this did happen every once in a while. There were incidents of slave or escaped runaway raiders and robbers who would rob big houses. It did usually bring shit tons of heat on them.
Yeah.
There's actually one or two groups that like just ghosted and got away with it. But the majority of them eventually got hunted down by like the state militia. So it's probably a good choice.
And we have the forged papers, so we can.
Yeah.
And especially if we head out now, we might be able to beat the news before it reaches.
That's a legit
Yeah,
idea.
they ain't got no radio.
Yeah.
We gotta stay ahead of the hillbilly grapevine.
Yeah.
That's true. All right, and this part of the South doesn't have good telegraphs at this point of time either. So,
The Civil War hasn't happened
right, and it's a swamp.
So it's really what happens to Bill.
So here's what we're gonna do. Everybody else doing it to Bill. All right. Okay, so here's how I think I'm gonna do it. I did not. This is being made up on the spot. So if anybody feels like these rules are unfair, just tell me.
No.
I feel like these rules are unfair, Ethan.
I didn't think about you guys making it for the North. So
So wait, did you expect everyone to be like, oh, Cthulhu, I'm gonna fight that?
Well, we do have
Even though I have clothes and a stick, and I'm in a horrible
Anything
prison.
about fighting?
Hey, we've got a boat. That's plus 3 damage.
If you just die, the Hotep just come down the old swamp. Hey guys, wanna have fun with me? No.
Oh man, fuck that! I'm leaving.
all right.
It's awful here.
All right. So you guys, here's how I'm gonna do it. So take the highest skill that you currently have.
Resistance, probably.
Yeah, resistance.
Athletic.
Or melee.
All right.
Foresight at 3 or literacy at 3.
Okay.
Which one's better?
So take that. Add to it every piece of equipment that you have that you did not start with.
Okay.
Okay.
Does that include
whiskey.
my new clothes?
No.
An axe,
So 1.
extra rations,
Uh-huh.
and a creepy doll.
All right.
And my spell count as well. And also my my pipe.
Yeah, I'll count the spell. I'm gonna count the pipe separately, though. Of course. All right.
Okay.
So do,
I'd have never escaped were it not for that pipe.
all right.
I'll tell you the story one
All
day.
right. Do you know? Okay, out of character, there's a reason why he wanted a pipe. All right.
I'll explain it afterwards.
I want to know this spell.
Divide. So if you have any, does anybody have any unspent bounty?
No, I think I gave mine all up to the family.
What about the? I think we had kept half. Didn't we have 4?
Yeah, I think we gave some of it to them.
Yeah, we gave them 4, and we.
And kept
Okay,
4,
so
we have
let
4.
each of you keep add an extra one for the money that you have.
Okay.
Okay.
And
So
then
skill plus
skill
items plus
plus
1.
items plus 1.
Okay.
Plus any will that you have left over that you have not spent. And then,
Alright.
and then what you're going to do, what we're going to set the red die to 10, basically. You're going to have to beat 10 with your black die plus all of that stuff added to it.
Okay.
So 16 plus.
Okay.
Can we spend will to increase this to critical success?
No.
Okay.
No. The will's already factored in.
You become Jefferson Davis.
All right, so
we're gonna do it one at a time.
yeah, let's just go around. So Ross.
I literally could not fail. I had a plus 9 to it. So
Okay, great.
and I rolled a 1. So yeah.
Well, doesn't that
let's
go
go
to the market?
Oh wait, wait. I had 7 for my stuff.
Okay.
2 will, and then
1 silver dollar.
yeah, so plus 10.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, 11.
Okay.
Oh, we got a will into it as well.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So I may need to make that harder if I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
What did you get, Neil?
I got 14
Okay, so you're
over
good.
10, so I'm successful.
8.
Well, racking up the
total.
items
Okay.
is what really.
I was
10.
going to say, you guys did do pretty well as
I
far
got
as
11.
getting stuff. Okay. Yeah. All right. So you guys all good, happy ending for all you guys.
Yay!
So if we fail, we would have been caught.
Yeah.
And then
Return to sleep.
not happy.
Yeah. Given what you did there in killing those dudes, you probably would have gotten executed.
Yeah, fair enough.
So, Bill,
How's it going?
you're taking the guy
Yep.
back to the settlement, I
Place.
guess. Okay.
Well, actually, yeah. From the dream, where do I think I should be taking him?
Yeah, he did tell you a particular place.
Swamp ziggurat.
Okay, yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah, so you go through the swamp. It doesn't change into a weird ziggurat land because you're not asleep.
Mythos spell.
But there is a big fire that you see off in the distance as you approach the place. You get to there. You see Akaba with his snake regalia on and a large mask as well, made out of a skull with human hands coming off of it. And there's a big pillar that's all lit on fire with a tiny idol on the top of it, and there's a bunch of posts around. He takes the guy from you and ties his feet to the top of the post and crucifies him upside down. And you and the other Cthulhu cultists have a great time.
Oh dear God! So everyone gets a happy ending.
Yeah, it worked out for everybody.
Well, okay, I figured
Until Inspector LaGrasse shows up a century later and to rain on your parade.
that was Louisiana, sir, not North Carolina.
There could have been some migration there. You're not going to say this one.
I just figured I was playing my weak spot because he gave me an opportunity to bow to no man.
All right.
All right, cool.
Yeah, that you weren't bowing to a man.
Exactly.
I bow to
Alternative, reading of the.
Okay, so questions, comments, answers.
This was wonderful.
This was really fun. I would have appreciated, you really with handouts, but maybe one with the actions you could do every week.
Okay, yeah. That's good because I had not quite worked those out.
Okay,
So
well that's definitely something that those mechanics need to be a little more concrete.
Yeah,
But obviously, that's obvious because this is a playtest.
No, and especially starting out where we were, I appreciated that we had, with going with the red markets rules, specifically gaining usable skills in the enclave or the settlement, and then being able to use that when offered jobs, either unnatural or otherwise, which was great. I did have a question though on the Firebird chant.
Yeah.
So, mythos wise, I'm just curious because I have an idea. What is our Firebird?
It's fire vampire.
Okay.
It's a goddamn fire vampire. It's made out of fire and it kills people.
I was wondering, does that mean we get Leo Chathuga when we get old Firebird?
Yeah, that's why you don't want to use that one.
Burn Carolina to the ground!
Yeah.
Yeah, you thought burning that shack was bad.
Fun fact, in the middle of the Great Dismal Swamp, there is a giant, almost perfectly round lake that was probably caused by either an asteroid strike or an underground fire or a combination of the two, and that is real.
Oh, nifty.
So,
Oh my god.
when I told you the scenario wrote itself, it really was
You gave me an amazing toy, and I'm kind of sad I couldn't use it.
Yeah, no, you should have just fuck it. I'm going in the swamp. Hold on, guys. I gotta go smoke for 40 minutes.
Nobody follow me.
Follow me.
Got to go hotbox the swamp for a little bit.
And then
Alright.
the South is on fire.
So the rules adaptations from Red Markets, what do you guys think?
I think you did a great job.
Yes.
That's quite fun.
I don't think you need stress. I think you could just replace stress with unnatural rather than adding a fourth track.
Okay.
I like the using your time as the currency to gain more skills.
I like the clothes for the
Clothes are really good at
the exposure. That's an excellent idea.
Oh, cool.
One thing I will say, having played the other ones, you shouldn't use red markets, not because I don't think you did a good job using the system, but because you can do this in Trail. It's OGL now, and you can write them all together as Trail. And
I've talked to Ethan about this.
Yeah, I'm still trying. I'm thinking I may do them systemless. We'll see.
Actually, Delta Green, the rules are OGL. You could write your own. You could strip the rules from Delta Green.
Yeah, Delta Green's OGL.
You could make
OGL
a
now.
Civil War
Dunk's
era
OGL,
RPG.
and I didn't see it's really cool seeing this run in red markets, but I don't see anything that you couldn't do in
That's fair. I'm mostly wondering,
and that would be way more marketable.
Well, I mean, it depends on what you're focused. Like in this, I think it's really thematic because it's emphasizing just the lack of material, like the materiality of being like a slave and surviving.
Yeah, I really wanted to emphasize the economic aspect of it, which is why I wanted red markets for this. So.
I will say that, narrative wise, I think you have to. I think you're going to have to force the Cthulhu on the people rather than letting them choose the Cthulhu. Because, I get that, but, life is horrific enough feels kind of silly for me to be like, oh, crazy swamp dream man. Toad's going with you when I could have any other way out of this.
Also, this. Sorry, I'm stepping on you.
No, it's okay.
This reminds me of the same problem that I had when I first played He Calls Me Their Thunder with you, which was here at the end. You had no reason for the investigators.
Yeah, I changed that for that one. Yeah, for He Calls Me, I definitely changed it.
For He Calls, but you're running the same problem here. We have after our raid on the plantation, there is absolutely no reason for us to not just run for freedom.
Well, yeah, I need to change that.
Well,
if you want to go to the actual to the mythos investigation end of things, you need to have a force.
Actually, what the easiest way to do that is to combine it with the weekly activity thing, and where every time, like even if you succeed, unless you critically succeed, there's something weird that happens.
Okay.
And it's not necessarily a threat, but it's like you walk past the tree, and then you walk past the same tree, and you're stuck on
Yeah,
the
we saw the cow skull thing, and then the dude was kind of creepy, and that was pretty much it.
Yeah, so like having more like Southern Gothic Cthulhu elements in it, Southern Gothic Cthulhu.
And
maybe
you
having a
can
couple
turn
weird
it into a
dreams.
real economic kind of thing, because then it can turn into, if you go for sort of that mythos angle of creeping infection, then it starts getting to the players, and it's basically how much time do you want to spend building up before the raid.
Yeah, like have random encounters too that aren't necessarily down, but like, oh, we found the corpse of a shingle cutter who's infected with something weird, or like there's crabs coming out of him.
Yeah, or weird fungus or something.
Have you read Stealing Cthulhu by Graham Walmsley?
I haven't. No.
Okay, I would recommend
It's a very. I actually have it. You can take a look at it when we're done.
That's right.
But yeah, no, I like it's a really solid framework. It just you need to flesh in some. stuff.
Yeah, and if you made the plantation folks the creepy Cthulhu cultists, there's no reason you couldn't be like, okay, we have no way of getting out unless we have the resources at that plantation.
basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we need to figure out how to do the rebellion thing and ghost away with it. And that's the adventure, because otherwise you're never going to make it. You're going to live in that swamp until someone catches you, or you're going to get caught running,
Or you're just gonna die, in a swamp.
Yeah.
And also, this could be another great one where you just, like, the companions can be shoved in there at some point. And off the side.
Yeah. So, I think you just need to make the Cthulhu elements more unavoidable, because at the same time, like, it feels almost stupid for me, or a little disrespectful, like, when I'm playing this role, which is politically fraught.
Yeah.
Though it's a story that needs to be told.
Yeah.
For me to be like, oh, yeah, well, I'm going to go lick the tentacled thing because I want my Cthulhu story. When, I don't need any more horror. Like, it needs to be more inescapable. Because that's the sort of Lovecraftian theme.
Yeah.
Is that, slavery's awful, but this is even worse.
Yeah.
One thing is maybe we get cursed, like we said.
I think also thematically you could make those plantation folks as Lovecrafty as possible, because I think the meta commentary of any escaped slave v. Cthulhu nation should be that, all right, Cthulhu was a cool idea, but fuck you, Lovecraft, with crazy racist ideas.
And also, that could be something with all these different elements that you do keep trying to escape, but something, either the connections you make with the people in the town, the little settlement, something weird you come across. Like, I like the fact that you had with Martha. That would have been my draw, basically. I need more knowledge of what the supposed Cherokee background, so that would have kept
the
dragging
people
me
at
back
the camp are
in.
really cool. I like that.
And you don't have to avoid the Santeria thing entirely and make it entirely a white. Like Akaba could be the houseboy. He could be the
Right, I can see that.
he could be like, I'm beyond race now because I've joined the Ithians. That kind of shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, my original thing, it didn't really occur to me to deal. Kind of what I was trying to do, honestly, was a little bit to get away from dealing with plantation life, because historically, Great Dismal Swamp, there were a lot of people who lived there and literally lived there for decades and didn't even care about slavery after a while, because they were so remote. They had they were children who grew up in the Great Dismal Swamp and did not see a white person until after the Civil War.
So,
and
I think the thing that sort of sent us in another direction there is you did maybe too effective of a job of communicating the threat through Akaba then, Because, I mean, you really did say, when we're all looking at it and doing the math and saying, oh, there's one of us here who is worth 5 times more than any of the rest of us, yeah, they probably are going to come looking for him.
That's
so
true.
Yeah,
that
that's
sort
true.
of works against the whole, you could just stay
And
here.
I think it would work better if I do, use the plantation stuff and set that
Like
up.
a list
Also,
of a list
it
of
gives you something to do.
creepy things that happen while you're in the swamp is a great motivator because you have this economic tension of let's build up and use these limited resources we have to prepare for this moment. But then that is going up against the fact that every time we go out in the woods to cut shingles, some creepy shit happens and it gets creepier and creepier. And so now you have a risk reward element. It's the only way out is through.
Yeah.
When do we decide to commit?
And
Also, another good choice, another choice that would probably be good is that in the intro when we're all escaping into the settlement, because I kind of got the feeling that Akaba wasn't opposed to his brother's settlement so much as versus just that he was there. So if one of them, we have another intrigue like Ross's character did, that Akaba could come into the rescue or take somebody out if they're being chased, offer his services, and then kind of make him do his deal. Do you go with the settlement or go with the guy who rescued you, who's now seeming just a little bit weird?
Yeah, okay.
Also, if you decide to go the route of having the plantation be also culty, I'd recommend actually having it be George's plantation because he was supposed to be the bastard
That's
son
a
of a mythos sorcerer.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That also gives George a reason to go there.
There's no guarantee that George is actually going to be one of the people in the scenario, but you can still run it that way.
Yeah.
It'd be right next to Carfax or whatever.
Yeah.
But that's your hook to give plantation information.
Yeah, that's true.
If
These
no
are
one
all your
picks
handouts
George,
and stuff are
George
really cool.
becomes an NPC.
Yeah, this has made it great.
Yeah, I would like all these back as a different.
And I did like the idea of putting the cards on your items so you could actually trade them all.
All right.
Yeah, I thought that worked great.
That's really good.
All right. Well, I had a great time. Be sure to listen to Technical Difficulties podcast as well.
That's right. Technical Difficulties podcast.
All right. We'll talk to you guys next time.
Bye.